Hello everybody, welcome to CPL Match of the Week. I'm Neblime, joined here by RoyalBlue. Welcome RoyalBlue.
Yeah, thanks Neblime, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be on this cast for you.
Yeah, it's been a little while since we had a Match of the Week, but it's certainly not your first time, that's for sure. Thanks for joining me today. Now, we have some of, I think, the most exciting matches we're going to see in this CPL regular season. We're looking at Tier 0s. These are the best players. Yesterday, looking at the Tier 2s, you know, looking at all their foibles and follies, but today I expect the world of these players. This is Tier 0. Now, you might be wondering, Neblime, why are there only 2 matches? Well, I'll just say that all will become clear in the passage of time. And for the other people in this group, don't fret, we do plan to finish this group in the future. But for now, we're going to jump right into our first series. What do you think, RoyalBlue?
I'm ready, let's go.
Alright, awesome. Alright, starting in the bottom left here, we have Kiko in the pink. And the top left here in the pale yellow, we have Art of Turtle. So, we have here Art of Turtle for Korean mechanics, and Kiko for Let Us Attack. So, starting off with a TVZ here. Now, Kiko, I would say probably known as one of the, you know, mechanically stronger Terrans in CPL. Would you say that's accurate, RoyalBlue?
Yeah, definitely. I would agree.
Yeah, so definitely we're up there in terms of the kind of the quality here. Now, Art of Turtle, I think very much lives up to his name sometimes. You know, that makes sense, I suppose. One of the few players who has a name relevant to the game who sort of lives up to a little bit, but not necessarily. Could still definitely see some aggression out of him. So I'm really excited to get into a hype TVZ here.
Yeah.
So you
yeah. Yeah, I've seen Kiko play some really well Terran vs. Dirt. I think they were playing, was it Digger they were matched against?
Oh, well, if Digger is a match for Kiko, Digger's come a long way, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah. Who won? Did Kiko win?
Oh no, I'm mixing up my players now. You're right, it was not Digger. But yeah, I watched Kiko play last week, and I think they were pretty close. I think they won the Terran vs. Dirt, so...
Yeah? Well, you know, if I'm thinking about it, I would say I probably favor Kiko in here, because I feel like Art of Turtle sometimes not with the strongest macro, but you know, there's always room to improve since I last played them, so we'll see what happens here. Now the drone's just coming out for an expand here, nothing fancy going on. But look, if you asked me, like, you know, what's the score going to be for this matchup, I'd say 2-0 or 2-1 to Kiko for sure. I could be wrong. We're going to have to see how it goes here. And Kiko, of course, you know, as far as I know, always plays Bio here. And so does pretty much everyone in Tier 0 these days. I feel like the mech dream is dead right now.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be brought back to life. You never know.
Yeah, well, it's like a bear. It hibernates, right?
Yeah, exactly. But we do see Kiko getting this, it looks like a first scout here in the top left, finding AOT's base and seeing this spawning pool and gas timing. Looking like it's going to be a 2-hatch play from AOT.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting roasted in the chat. Oh, look at this worker battle going on here. Okay, no, it's just a worker skirmish. This drone not engaging in full-on battle. Oh, it's like a joust. Do you see how they went past each other? Oh, he just puts down the CC off center. Well, that's really off center. He could have put it a couple tiles away, but nonetheless, there you go. Just gonna get that down, even though this drone doing a great job just denying it. So I think Art of Turtle very smartly saw that it was going to be a 15 CC there and just did his best to make it as annoying as possible for Kiko.
Yeah, we're seeing some harass on the other side as well from Kiko, taking out some of the drones that were mining gas, or at least damaging the health.
Oh,
so we're just seeing,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, a lot of just worker harassment going on in this early game from these 2 players.
I'm getting flamed in chat because I didn't change the bot. My bad. I'll fix it. Yeah. Here in CPL, we have command over the machines. They don't have command over us, right? Right? We got to implement like a casting bot that just overrules us, because, you know, the CPL meme is everything I say is proved wrong within like 3 seconds, so we probably need to be honest.
So we do see the lair looks like half done from AOT, and yeah, this off finished this off-placed command center is just now finishing up for Kiko.
Yeah, so
Kiko,
I've done this exact thing where like a drone or even a probe just moving around. I'm just like, oh, I'm Terran, I'm just going to put it down. But how impactful is this? I mean, it's not that bad, right? It's only like a few seconds. Is that right? Or am I kind of not taking into account how painful it is, really?
Yeah, I don't think it was a problem at all. I think the drone transfer or the SCV transfer could have been a little quicker, but other than that, it seems like it's fine, right? Here we see
super impactful.
Yeah, he is going to scout this spawning pool or the spire timing, I should say. So
Artototal coming straight in here with the most standard possible cut down 2-match meter build, and it looks like Kiko the reply with the standard 2x academy, so nothing really going on yet. Now, will he go for the aggression? You know, you move out the stim timing, which actually is becoming a little less popular lately, I want to say. I think he's going to go for it, although he's not making a second medic right now. I'm not sure what's going on there. These links coming up too, being so annoying. Yeah,
it would be nice to move out here with these first medic, 1 or 2 medics, considering that AOT has taken the 12 o'clock now and is trying to put a third base there. That, I think, could be punished by this attack. There's not going to be any sunkens up there in time, I don't think, if AOT goes there. It looks like there's actually nothing at the net either, so
this could be a very short game one way or another.
Yeah.
I mean, a few more links come down. Is this enough links to deal with this? I mean, the problem with steering across the map is he loses some HP. Okay, engagement going to go down here. But his links get gunned down without any losses whatsoever. There's a lot more links out, but again, is it actually enough? Well, Kiko needs to be careful. These links can actually win the fight if you get too strung out here. Looks like Kiko actually going to turn around here, deciding that, you know what, enough links are popping out, not quite going to win the fight. Now, I really question here, a bit of a macro slip up, a second medic wasn't coming out. If there's a second medic here, do you continue the attack? Now look at this, Artototal coming in for the fight, Kiko against the wall here, but I think it's just enough links.
Yeah, this was a much better fight from AOT. A little bit of a misplay there with the first engagement, but patiently getting a good group and able to take out that first Marine group. Now there's a second group of 2 medics here.
Yeah, I don't know about this for Kiko. Yes, he's delayed the Mutalisk because all the lava got used on Lings and they're coming out just a few at a time. But at the same time, Kiko has lost and will continue to lose his entire army. I mean, okay, you can kill those 2 Mutalisks. Turtle needs to not take this fight. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, the fight's going to go like this. Turtle needs to just let more Mutas come out. Oh, look, he's going to get the drones. Oh my god. Oh, well, now it's not getting
crazy how one sunken could have prevented all of this.
Right? How much minerals did he spend on Zerglings? Okay, he's going to clean it up, but barely.
Wow.
And it looks like Kiko looking for a third during all this. Like I was saying, I feel like Kiko could have won this game if he just produced one more unit with his barracks when it was idle. So, honestly, a surprising macro mistake at this tier. Ends up, I mean, not necessarily costing him the game, but he could have won the game. Now the mutas are out, and like I said, I don't know how I feel about this for Kiko because he doesn't have an army now. Yes, he put a lot of pressure on the Zerg. The Zerg wasn't able to run up at all. His mutas have been delayed, but at the same time, Terran has no way to exert pressure now.
Did you catch these firebats here that are trying to sneak
I
by?
did.
Oh, it looks like there's 1 muta, 2 mutas that are getting them, and they're going into the Nat here.
Oh my god, is he gonna get drones? Well, he gets one. Yeah, it's something. Honestly, if you could build 1 5-at, kill 1 drone every time, it'd be totally worth it. I think he was looking for the third, and he only just found it with the SCV, because I think they went to the top right looking for that. Which, again, I'm kind of surprised, because it seems like Zerg always takes this 12 in these positions with 2x meter these days. Okay, this second 5-at getting taken out. You know, honestly, Artototal got held back a long time by these, because the turrets at the barracks weren't actually finished. If these 5-ats weren't messing around, Artototal probably would have come in and done massive damage. So... That was
so the 5-at bought time for these turrets now, right? And I think Kiko getting these turrets up is actually in a pretty good position if we can see like the standard play here of having this 2-base Terran play and getting up to your factory now.
Well, I mean, I have concerns for the Terran, but also concerns for the Zerg.
Okay.
I don't know about committing here, though. I think this is not a good move by the Zerg. Well, we'll see if he can get a lot of damage done hiding in the corner here, maybe.
Yeah.
It's hard to get Terran to get in here. Well, no, it looks like he's going to have to leave, yeah.
Pretty good turret placement, I gotta say.
Well, I was going to question this one's main. Oh, these turrets, though. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, no, that was not worth it for Zerg by any means, unfortunately. So he took a lot of damage to the Mutalist there. I was going to say the concerns I have for Terran is that he's stuck in his base, and Zerg is putting on the harass because he can't push. And he's gone for tech here, but it's not even that fast. It's like I'm waiting for his starports to go down, but he doesn't have the minerals. And I was going to say those turrets in the bottom were quite spread out, but before I could even say it, it happened that they got picked off. And honestly, that's still the case. But Zerg is transitioning to Lurkers right away, so I don't think any more harass is going to go down. That said, Zerg's problem here is there's Sunken's only just going up now. And honestly, having those Sunkens is a big asset because it means you know, after you lose a fight, you don't necessarily lose the game and you can retreat behind something. If Terran is able to just push back the Mutalisks, I mean, the Lurkers will be out soon, but not that soon.
Yeah, so Terran did kind of sacrifice that initial aggression. With that initial aggression, they sacrificed a lot of their ability to move out on the map. But now we see they are moving out again with a good group of Marine Medic.
Ooh,
and they are going to force these mutas back, I think. And yeah, it's going to be up to this sunken wall that Zerg has constructed, because I don't think Lurkers are... Okay, Lurkers are almost done here.
But what about the third? There's no Hydras. I don't see any Hydras in position.
Yeah,
in fact, the Overlord got picked off. Like, these mutas
got to buy a lot of time, right?
Well, I think Artichoke's doing the right thing and just engaging no matter what, just to buy time. And this is the muta's job, so Artichoke's doing a great job here. But he is on the ropes. Ooh, Kiko picks off another one. Oh, Kiko just needs to keep the reinforcements rolling, and I think he'll crush him here. Picks off another Overlord. Are Hydras being made? I don't see any Hydras anywhere.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there. But there is a good amount of Lings here. Maybe with the Lings and Mutas engaging together, he can pick off this Marine Medic force. Definitely cannot allow Kiko to reinforce this group, though. If this Medic ball grows anymore, it's going to be really hard to engage without Lurkers.
That's why I said Kiko needs to be sending the reinforcements. Honestly,
yeah,
I think he's been about that.
going for it here.
Well, I don't know.
Kiko's kind of against the edge here.
These mutas are lower than they seem, though. I mean, that is a lot of
Lings,
actually. I think he's got this.
The mutas, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean...
If
Kiko had reinforced with those 5 Marines, I think for sure he would have taken that fight.
As it is, a good trade for AOT, I think.
Yeah, that was pretty good for AOT. I guess he doesn't care about Mutalisks that much at this point. Making so many Lings, not really worrying about the tech he's invested in.
Is this a counterattack just going for it?
I mean, if it steams
into the main, it looks like.
Yeah, no, that's not really...
a lot of hits there.
I don't know about this from Other Turtle. Uh-oh, these Lings aren't going to do anything here. The Muta's menacing in the main, but there's a lot of turrets. They can't really do anything there. And the starports are up at last. That said, the Hive is done. You know, I like the way Other Turtle's playing this. Well, there were risks that he would die, but now that he hasn't died, I can say, oh yes, it was good all along. He's really like trimmed the fat out of everything he's doing. He just got like 9 Mutalisks, went straight into Lurkers, and he's gone straight up to Hive without any delay whatsoever. You know, he's not trying to make these units to put this pressure on at layer like we see a lot of the time. He's literally just getting up his tech. His Defilers are going to be out in a minute. We've consumed Lurkers as well. And you know, I feel like Kiko doesn't really have much to show for all that aggression. Yes, Zerg was under the pump and under risk, but now he has enough drones. He's got his third still, although this defense is a bit shaky. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I think AOT does, have a kind of tenuous hold on this game. They have got their upgrades and their tech out, as you were mentioning, which is allowing them to kind of stay in the game and defend against Kiko's repeated attacks. But I think Kiko has the eco, if we see here, Kiko has the eco of like 60 workers though, and that's incredible compared to what AOT has got going on. If we look over at their side of the map, just the third base, they do have that third gas, but they're trying to get this fourth gas, which is going to be really hard for them to set up a base, as we see Kiko's already going over to that top right, and it's going to be hard to just set up a fourth gas, I think.
Especially without the Mutalisks to help out here now that they're all dead. Well, we'll see what AOT can do. I would have said AOT definitely is a late game sort of player though. Oh, I don't know about this. Spending the Irradiates on Lurkers at this point in the game, I think is a mistake. But these Lurkers getting caught! Oh, they're going to keep running. Looks like Other Turtle is determined to try and set this up. I don't know what this SCV was going to do. Was it going to build a bunker or was it just scouting? Looks like these 2 Lurkers are going to get in position and deny this bio. Bit of a misplay from Kiko. I feel like if he reacted down here at the ramp, he might have body blocked them. And now it's like, well, okay, you spent your Irradiates on Lurkers over there. There's a Defiler out. Other Turtle could push south here. And he didn't even have anything to show for the Irradiates. He didn't bust the position. Again, this 12 o'clock is very shaky, but nonetheless, it stands right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Kiko does have 2 dropships on the way. Maybe that's how they're going to try to put on some aggression here, considering they have been kind of denied so far by these Lurkers that...
This is kind of crazy though. Okay, I mean, I don't see much defense, so it might just work, but if it didn't, you're in real trouble, because look, the swarm push is coming. In fact, even if it does work, Is this just going to be like Terran trades their natural for the Zerg main? Because how's he going to stop this Swarm push? Okay, the vessels are here. I don't think they quite have energy. No, they do not. And Zerg is perilously close to the Terran natural here. Where are the
here comes the 2 drops that are kind of idled actually right now.
Oh, I see them. I see them.
Near 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I was like, didn't they go in?
They're not.
Okay, the Defiler gets irradiated, so this forward bunker, I guess, going to buy some time. There's nothing even in the bunker. Okay, now there is. So I guess Kiko's barely going to survive, but if Turtle gets another Defiler up here, it's looking very dicey.
Okay, here comes the double drop though. This could just end the game sometimes.
It could.
So that's the thing. If this is 16 of bio, you know, that can actually do a lot of DPS.
No Nidus.
Here's this stim, and all these drones go down immediately. And what are they going to focus on?
Got to get that Queen's Nest. The Queen's Nest is a very important tech structure at this point in the game. Oh, and it's going to go down. He's never going to build any Queens.
Here comes the Lurker, so it's really up to this one fight. The Lurkers and the Hydras. And one Lurker goes down immediately. There's the Defiler, gets taken out. Second Lurker goes down. I think this is enough bio here.
Yeah,
he's got him pulled now.
Win this.
I don't think you can. Yeah.
Wow, I think that's the game. Yeah, GG. Wow. God, that was such a brutal game, honestly.
Yeah, 1 drop wins the game.
Well, both players just trading blows the whole time. Welcome to CPT, my friends. This Flying Brood Boy. Yeah. I feel like you know, on a total. If he dedicated everything to the attack, you know, if he somehow just like unburied everything on the map and bought it, he could have been in Kiko's base, and like it would have been, you know, an even kind of base trade scenario. But as it stands, that is not the case. And he had no Nidus, was a critical error. I think if he had Nidus around, maybe he could have reinforced his main and survived. I mean, when I
think it's just a lot harder to play Zerg than Terran in those kind of situations, right? Where like all Terran has to really do is like stim.
Honestly,
and your shit's fine. Yeah.
It feels worse when you get to Defilers. It's not like, oh, I got to Defilers, it's so easy now. It's more like, oh my god, now I have to worry about swarms and getting irradiated and all this stuff, you know? And like I was going to say, when I play Zerg, Nidus is one thing I just cannot like get the APM or the brain power for. I'm too busy doing everything else to like set that up, I feel like. So, you know, it's a missing piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, that was a really close game, though, I gotta say, Kiko.
Alright.
Oh, here we are, into game 2.
Yeah. Oh, you did join the lobby, right? I didn't even know.
Yeah, I'm here. Butter, right?
In the top
right. Oh, we
right.
gotta switch to overlay, I think, right?
Yes, I do have to. I'll just make sure you can. In the top right, in the grey, we have Kiko. And the bottom right, in the yellow, we have Art Turtle. Currently Kiko up one game in this best of 3. We made it to Butter. I love that Butter's in the map pool this week. You know, playing on it I'm not so sure, but casting I'm always keen for the different maps, you know. Let's put the players to work. That's my philosophy on that. Flying making the point that if he secures 4 gas he should just defend anyway. That's probably a good point. But at the same time I feel like he definitely had an opportunity there. It was like kind of clear that Kiko had sent his army to the top right and used it to radiate, so it was very tempting to attack. I suppose you're right. If you look at it, the army he had attacking also, if it just come back to deal with the drop, he would have been in a great position too. Yeah, so Idle Turtle playing like a minimal sunken style. Really trying to get out there with the tech as fast as he could. I don't know if he'll repeat that.
Yeah, I think it's very likely we're going to see at least the beginning look very similar, considering last game they went for, you know, about as standard as it gets, right? 2 Hatch Muta against 2 Barracks Academy. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that again for these players.
Well, I'm just thinking though, surely Zerg is better off here on this map, because, well, at least at first. Obviously later there's issues, but as far as like your 2X Academy or 2 Hatch Muta, it's just, Terran is a lot further to go to get to the Zerg base, so I think it would be kind of a mistake not to mix it up from Terran, maybe? I don't know. Maybe just stay home and tech. It just seems like a stim rush is not going to be a good time when the Zerg base is so far away.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what else he can do as well.
Yeah, it is like, yeah, very, very well said. What are the alternatives to a stim rush? They would have maybe taken a gas already.
Yeah, well,
maybe they're going for a
you can always,
+1 timing, right?
You can always just stay home, go 2Rex tech. You don't have to. You don't have to get out of bed and go
But you're still threatening us. Yeah.
We don't see it often though.
Yeah.
I think Sometimes even preferred. And honestly, dealing with the Muto harass with 2x tech because you're not out there pressuring them can be annoying as hell. But that's the thing, it's strong if Zerg continues to make Mutalisks. But we saw Turtle just tech like as fast as possible. And really made like not many Mutalisks, got Hydrogen, got Hive right away. So I guess it would not be that strong against him either.
Kiko hid their SCV out in the Nat by the middle line and then brought it back to build this command center. Pretty quickly, I gotta say. Yeah.
The role reversal.
I think it was before the second depot, so yeah. Yes, the hidden Nat SCV.
Yeah, Kiko determined to get these 15 CCs down. I guess just, you know, getting every advantage you can when Zerg is going for the 12 hatch here. Now, I'm kind of surprised to see Turtle making more lings, because I thought the theory is when you go for this early CC, Zerg should make 6 lings just to force a bunker out, and it's slightly better than not making the lings. I mean, obviously Terran still wants to make the CC, but anyway, Turtle I think kind of happy just to sit back, not be under any pressure, and just get his drones up as well. Is SCV getting alarmingly low this early in the game? Uh-oh. Oh, is it going to get kicked out of the main? This is quite worrying for Kiko, because you need to see what's going on the Zerg base. Uh-oh. Well, it should still be a Spire already, because he's still on Hydrogen, but...
There's the double scout, right? So, Kiko is...
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely gonna get caught. Nope. Gets away.
He's probably mineral walking, I think, is most likely.
So they are gonna see the Spire, right?
Well, are we, though? Because I think he's caught him red-handed now. Look how many lings are being made. Turtle was thinking exactly like me, like, oh I got the scout, time to ling But no, he should have thought twice. I should have thought twice, because he had the backup.
Yeah. And
look at that, it's mineral walking home too. This SCV just mineral walks in, mineral walks out, straight through the egg. Oh, he's dead though. Okay.
So, how does Kiko react? No bunkers so far.
What is he doing? Where's the bunker? Where's the Sim City? There's no depot here. Firebat's coming out first though. I mean, I feel like Turtle's hesitating. I mean, I guess these initial lings couldn't have done anything. He does have to wait for more. Well, if he goes in right away, I mean, he's just going to kill him, right?
Well, yeah. All there needs to be is one depot here, or something like that, right?
Oh my god. The Firebat's coming out just in time. Is that enough?
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Yeah, a bit of miss micro there. Move commanded a bit too far before attacking, and I mean, the Firebat's kill stuff really quickly. No stim even. Kiko not even like reacting to these 2 lings in the main. He's like, alright, I killed most of it.
Yeah. Not the trade you wanted there as Art of Turtle, I think.
Yeah, this looks really bad for Turtle now, because he's spent all his lava on those. He has very few drones. His Spire's coming up here. I think it's slightly late. Now, he can get a Sunken here. Look at the drones that got rallied across the map. Better said no same. Now, that said, Kiko lost a few Marines, so I don't think it's about to bust at the natural, but still, very dire situation for Turtle.
Yeah, here's the thing though, mutas are already on the way, almost like halfway done at this point, and the engineering bay is also only halfway done, so if the mutas can get out and somehow, you know, stop this small push that's going across the map, Kiko could lose some SCVs maybe, and that could be Art of Turtle's way kind of back into the game. Yeah,
not really respecting the Mutalisks right now. Like, this little Bioforce, either the little Bioforce will die or he will go harass, and it looks like it's going to be the latter. Why is the eBay so late here? And yeah, I guess it's the right decision to go harass, because he knows Kiko can't come in here. There's no way he's busting the Sunken just with these guys. Well, actually, only just with those guys and the Sunken he could win, but like the drones would help a little bit and that'd probably be enough. But now the turret's not done. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it looks like there's only around 5 mutas though. But this is just in time for the mutas to get into the Terran base, and they're, you know, denying that first turret from getting up for some time.
Well, they're kind of getting gunned down now. No, he doesn't want to take that. Yeah. Big overcommit there. I think as soon as the turret's done, you get out of there, because you've done a bit of damage. Oh no, one runs right into the killing zone. You've done a bit of damage just by killing those SCVs, you know, and like forcing him to make 3 turrets right away like this. You know, he could just fly over to the natural where there's no turrets, but now he's taking a lot of damage with these mutas, he's bringing them back. So really not the damage Turtle needed here. But still, this bio will be cleaned up if Turtle chooses to do so. Oh my gosh. Rep Overlord. Right,
yeah, I gotta agree with you. I think maybe making him move to the Nat there could have been really effective, seeing what we see here. But the mutas do back off, and they pick off the exposed group of Kiko's bio that was sent out onto the map. So at least this pickup for Art of Turtle maybe will allow them to set up a 3rd base if they choose.
Yeah, but compare this to last game to Undertale's position. This looks very dire for Zerg. He really did not do the damage he needed to make up for that Ling Flood earlier. Now, the mutas are still afoot. As long as the mutas are alive, there's still hope, right? I mean, Kiko playing with no bunker, as people mentioned in the chat. I don't know how he gets away with this, because I play, you know, and I plan to get my bunker a minute later, and then the Lings just come and kill me, you know? So it's very impressive that he can play just with the bio like this so confidently. Man, is Archer going for Crazy Zerg here? What's he going to do? He has no Evo Chamber, but the Queen's Nest is almost done.
Yeah, I saw Art of Turtle kind of spamming that drone for a little while before they placed the building, so maybe there's a little indecision, not quite knowing.
Yeah, well, I was going to say about Art of Turtle's play here, I'm not sure what's happening. Like, it seems a little shaky. You know, with that like move command and then the mutas kind of overextending. You know, I'm not gonna look at the strategy for either players, but I just feel like the execution for Art of Turtle, things are just going wrong here and there. Whereas, you know, Kiko, I'm not really seeing these clear mistakes. You can say decision-making wise there might have been things, but as far as like the fights are going and everything like that, like Kiko seems a lot more solid right now. And yeah, what are you gonna do with this hive? You going for Guardians here? I mean, I don't know. I assume that Art of Turtle just here to scan that. Well, you know, his factory is very late though. Pretty last-ditch effort, though, if you ask me. Going for Guardians in this kind of situation, I don't think it's very likely to succeed.
Yeah, so you're right. It does seem unlikely, especially with the ability of Terran to just scan and the tech timing, the fact that the factory is almost done.
Or is it, though? Is it almost done, RoyalBlue, or is it far from completion? Gets denied.
The bio has been forced back. I thought it was going to move out onto the map, but it looks like the mutas have done a great job of kind of backstabbing, taking out one turret, and now denying the barracks from being placed up.
Yeah, that was good harass. He did lose a Mutalisk flying past the Bioball, though. Yeah, I mean, I think if Kiko moves across, he can't exactly bust all these Sunkens. Yeah, this is definitely looking like Guardians with that many. No Greater Spy yet, though, because Undertale's just poor.
It is.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to go for it at this point. Now, Terran needs to throw down the starports. Will we see a third starport? Because I think in this scenario, the best thing is just go 3-port Wraith. But we don't even see a second gas. Although Kiko has a lot of gas banked up. Not really sure why. I guess because his factory was super late. And there's the Greater Spire. Oh. Where's Kiko scanning? He scans everywhere but the main.
He's scanning the expansions, it looks like, trying to find out where is Art of Turtle's next base. But, you know, the joke's on you, there is no third base. So
there is only Sunkens.
Yeah, moving out, trying to punish something that can't be punished, so it doesn't look like these Sunkens are going to get busted.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Once you have like a certain number, you just can't do it. And yeah, this is not even that much bio. Even if there was like 4 Sunkens here, you couldn't bust this probably. So, I mean, Zerg looking fine right now. All the lords continue to get picked off, unfortunately. Archer not doing the best job rotating them, I feel. I mean, it would be hard on this map, of course, but you could rotate them back into the main. Now, is he really going to morph over here? Is this the spot you attack from? I would have thought behind the natural is the spot.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think behind the net is the you know, expected location. This could be a little bit of a mind game if we see the Guardians coming from over here, but it looks like, you know, the Marines could just walk under here if they were to, you know, discover this location.
Well, you know, Marines, RoyalBlue, they're all like, you know, low IQ convicts or something, so...
For sure.
They're not smart enough to come and figure this out. They're just sitting there like, yeah, Zerg's dead, right? We've done it.
Well, maybe they need, you know, one of those smarter, what are they called, you know, fighter pilot types to go figure out where the Guardians are at.
Well, here they come.
Oh, yeah.
And
it looks like, wow, 10 Guardians. That's a lot of DPS. And so already the depots are going down.
Where are these SCVs going?
It looks like
they weren't under fire yet. I'm not sure why he pulled those at that exact moment. Yeah, it looks like Kiko's going to gather and attack the natural. Okay. 3 Guardians here, although these Guardians
these are attack moves though at the net? It doesn't look like it.
No, oh my god. Disaster for Kiko at the Zerg natural. Terran units move commanding in. I guess it makes up for the move commanding units earlier. A lot of medics still alive, so Terran can maintain that force on the map. It's so much damage going down here. The Wraiths are coming out though. I'm surprised that Archer can keep at least a couple of mutas here. So these will be cleaned up, but how much damage will they do in the meantime? Wait, what did they just kill? Was that another starport?
It was a 3rd starport. Correct.
Okay, so if you tally up like the minerals or whatever they've killed, they're doing some damage, but I question if they're hitting anything of consequence. Well, hang on. Oh, the Scourge though. That's quite nice. If they kill every single barracks, Kiko is in a pretty tough position. All these Scourge don't want to go that way.
It looks like maybe trying to do another attack, but realizing they can't really get into the map.
You will not bust
and
this.
You're right. These Guardians, kind of a lot to kill some barracks and depots, you know?
Yeah, you really want to get the economy.
Some STBs,
and that's why I think starting at the natural is a lot stronger, because you start hitting STBs right off the bat. Now, he did kill 3 out of 4 barracks, which is not bad, because he's really stymied the production here. He killed a few SCVs, just a couple of Marines, a lot of turrets, a few depots. I mean, I don't know. It's not like it wasn't worth it, but I don't know. Where's Zoe going to go from here? That's the problem. What's his plan now? Now he just has his supremely defended... Oh, well, hang on. What do you do about these Lings? Because these Wraiths are going to have a hard time killing them. He only has 1 barracks. My god.
Yeah, so maybe it's a Ling run by game or something like that. But I generally, with Guardians, don't you see Hydralisk play? So
not always.
That's what
I'd say that's a fairly recent innovation. That's only if you're really going for it in one sudden attack. I think it's fine just to have them on their own, and maybe some like Mutalists to back them up if Wraiths are around. But look, he's taking out all the turrets. It looks like he's going to come in for Muta Harass round 2. Oh, but 1 turret.
There is 3 Wraiths. Okay, so 1 Wraith goes down, but there's a group of Cloak Wraiths which are out here going to engage with the Zerg Air over the Zerg 3rd base.
Well, half of them are cloaked.
So, yes,
half of them are kind of ruined.
The Bioforce now underneath is going to provide some kind of shelter to these Wraiths from the Mutas.
Yeah. Although, I mean, look, man, the Wraiths
This
aren't
is
that
kind of fun micro we're seeing from these players, but yeah, as you said, Wraiths not pinky.
I don't think this is their preferred role. I think you're better off just trying to harass suddenly where the Mutalists aren't. Because I don't think he actually killed a single thing with the Wraiths there. They just kind of... They were just kind of fighting. They're just having a good time, but they're not doing anything here. I don't see any additional tech from Zoe. We're getting a 3rd hatch, which is fine for Ling production. But yeah, just sticking with the air game here, but the vessels are coming, and... Vessels will eventually counter anything in the air we have enough of them. But I think Arturtle can clean this up. Yeah, the Guardian's going to do huge damage here. Almost lost another Overlord, but was not to be. And you know, that's a pretty good engage from Arturtle, but the Mutalist's getting cleaned up. Does he actually have enough to take these Wraiths out? Man, this is tough on 2 gas. He doesn't have the Scourge to deal with this. Overlord speed is finished, thankfully, but now he's microing his Overlords with his Mutalists, like, right on the front line.
Yeah, it was a good Guardian play from Arturtle. They just needed something to kind of follow it up, because now it looks like the barrack production has kind of finished, and so Kiko has everything they need to you know, set up that kind of killer army for Terran.
Well, Arturtle's going to take the engage before it can be rebuilt. An Overlord coming. Looks like these Wraiths are going to get cleaned up, but they run away. Well, a couple will survive on very low HP, but Arturtle does have the army.
All the medics going down, you're right. Arturtle does have a big group of Zerglings going with their Muta and Guardian flock, which is kind of scary right now. It's up to Kiko to kind of get a Marine Medic ball going to at least buy some time here for a Radius to get out.
Well, don't underestimate repair here. Repair is saving grace. Now these vessels, you can't lose these vessels. Okay, all he has to do is deal with the Guardians. Now, he only has 2 Irradiates, but if he can get a little bit of splash damage off or kill 1 Marines, looks like he's trying to kill the front 1 Marines. And with those Irradiates, I think it's going to work. Nicely done there. And I have one more thing, though. Just trying to go and get what damage he can. And like you said...
there's still a bunch of Mutas, though.
Yeah, but they can't bust a bunker. Mutas cannot bust bunkers. Have you tried that? It is a terrible idea. He's got to try with the Guardians. Oh, the Scourge getting baited in. 1 dies. 1 Scourge is fairly useless, can't kill any particular unit. You know what air unit Scourge can kill?
Yeah.
1 Scourge? It can kill a Scourge.
Okay.
Guess it can kill an Observer, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not morphing any additional Guardians. I guess once this bunker is down, he's just going to go attack with everything anyway. Bunch more Lings rallying up. Oh, but the Muta's going in and getting irradiated for their trouble. They need to split! Oh my god! Ooh, okay, only a couple left. There's not much left here for Zerg. A bunch of Lings underneath this. But Terran happy to just keep preparing here. Another Irradiator is available, I believe. Is he going to go for the Guardian or just hit those Mutalists? Just hits the Mutalists, not even stressed about the Guardian. Okay, that one gets split out. Bio coming out here though, trying to pick out that Guardian. Only 1 Guardian isn't that threatening, but all the Lings coming in now. Is this enough? There's a 5-out in the bunker though. I think Kiko's going to hold up. Here come the Lings. Yeah, no, this is a disaster for Zerg. Kiko holds on. Oh my god, the 4 more vessels just move out like, yep, that's right, you're screwed now, Zerg. Just fighting with 1 hand behind my back. Oh,
Kiko has definitely saved up enough that I don't think they're worried about anything Arturtle can produce now off 2 bases.
Well, good thing a couple more bases are coming up, but
That's
Kiko's
true.
working on both of those with a couple of odd
Fire
units.
that one. Yeah.
Go SCV, go. That SCV's done a lot of damage, actually. And it ain't done yet. Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Some drones and Overlord getting picked off as Kiko pushes outside of their net.
That SCV,
And now...
straight up murderer. He's done like 400 damage. Yeah, shame about the drone rally. Not the first time this happened this game. And Artototal's still only on 18 drones here. Even it looks like Kiko's going to take a third.
Yeah.
Well, there still really isn't that much bio, I have to say, for this point in the game. This is a pretty small army from Terran, but what does Zerg have to contest it? Terran has +2 attack, by the way, and it's just some Ling Muta, and with these vessels out, I mean, you can build Scourge and Scourge the vessels, I guess, but not before they deal with the Mutalisks. I mean, how is Zerg going to take a fight here? We can see the Sunken's going to keep him alive, but do you call that living when you're just on 2 bases? Your gas going to mine out soon? Alright, here we go. Oh, that's so many vessels. Oh, they're a bit clumped, makes it hard to cast spells.
There is a decent amount of Scourge out now. There's going to have to be some, magic connections here. One vessel goes down.
Oh, the D-Matrix even? Wow, that D-Matrix lasted like 0.1 seconds. Crackling's pretty good. But nonetheless, everything gets gunned down here. Now Terran can just stop either of these bases at his leisure, and I think that's what's going to happen here. I think this is the end of the road for title, because you're never going to be able to recover from these 2 bases. There's only like 1,500 gas left between those 2 guys.
Yeah, it might even be a racer here from these science vessels. We'll see.
Well, that could be a move. But that said, Artototal doesn't even have that many drones, so is that even really that important? I think just denying the extra gas is all that matters. I'll rip that drone. No CC? Oh, it's in the main. I was going to say, he's just long distance mining this base. No CC. It's ready. It's just not being floated over. And yeah, these 2 Marines going to finish off this hatchery that the SCV worked on for so long.
The SCV did not twirl in obscurity for no reason.
That's right.
The hatch is going to go down.
What a hero. Gave his life so this hatch could be half Well, hang on. What's hatching there? Are those Zerglings? Oh no, this hatchery might survive. Speaking of Zerglings, they're coming out from the
Here we go. Yeah, it looks like there's the last-ditch effort to try to save this hatch.
No, it's alive! Are you kidding me? Okay, but it's going to get cleaned up in a minute here. More Irradiates going down. Oh no, that Guardian going over the drones! Is it going to kill them? Traitor Guardian, it actually killed
Oh, yes it does.
Oh my god, the Overlord's like, get away from us, dude, what the hell? Dude, that Guardian.
And so, it looks like Artototal actually doing a counterattack over here to the top side of the map.
With
drones.
drones.
Lings and drones to deny a base.
Okay, but Kiko already has this third up here. And there's Firebats here, so what are you going to do? Yeah. Firebats are +3 now, +3 just about to finish. Oh, it helps a lot in these lane games if it finishes. It doesn't look like it's going to finish just yet, but nonetheless, this bunker probably going to keep Terran alive at this base. That said, the Lynx kind of harass the SCVs. No, they're going to engage this bio. Ooh. Yeah, and Zerg still has no ground upgrades whatsoever, right? Oh no, this is such a dire situation for Zerg. Defiler comes out somehow. But yeah, look how many vessels there are. This Defiler is just a target, to be honest. Well, here comes the Swarm. 2 Firebats with +3, probably enough to deal with this under Swarm anyway, but he does retreat. And you know, when Zerg's relying a lot on air units, does the Swarm even help that much if Terran has Firebats?
Yeah, it's not going to buy you very much time here. It doesn't look like it, especially with no kind of lurkers underneath the Swarm.
Well, he does not have Lurker Tech, and nor will he. No Hydra Den out. +1 air weapons coming from Terran. GG. Turtle doesn't want to see those +1 BCs. He's seen enough. That makes it a 2-0 for Kiko. Justino says, I didn't know Fantasy became a Zerg player. Oh, he already lost the game. You don't have to kill the man. Right? At least his base was still alive. Alright, so we're going to go into our next series here. That wraps up the first one. We're going to go into Jedi 1 versus Love Snow. Alright, in the bottom right here, in the pale green, we have Jedi 1. Jesus, top left bottom? No, it's not. In the top left, in the white, we have Love Snow. 2 very reputable CPL players here. Jedi 1 for Let Us Attack, and Love Snow for career mechanics. And I think this is going to be a great match because I always say Jedi 1 I think is probably one of the best tier 0 player in CPL. Well, one of the best, if not the best for sure. And Love Snow honestly been making a bit of a reputation for himself as well. Now, how many CPLs has Love Snow been in? I don't think it's as many as Jedi 1, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not too confident in that one. I think they were... I know I've played both in previous CPLs, like King of the Tier tournaments, so I'm pretty sure they've both been in at least 1 or 2 before.
Yes. Now, I think Jedi 1 probably been like 1 or 2 more than Love Snow, but nonetheless, I think Jedi 1 also kind of has the reputation as a really good player for slightly longer, but like I said, Love Snow been making a name for themselves. I think definitely a worthy match to Jedi 1. I think these are 2 extremely good players. Kind of players I look at and I'm like, why do I have to play against these people to demote me to tier 1? Like, I don't want to play a match against either of these. So, I think it's going to be a pretty scary game to see. I mean, the last game we saw that was a pretty brutal kind of slog, I guess, where both players were just smacking each other. This one, I don't know what kind of metaphor is going to apply, but we're going to see some high level stuff for sure. And that's why we love custom tier 0. It's gonna be exciting. Hanks TV, yes, it was to work, Kiko. Oh, Justin already told her. Oh, we got the lettuce emote in chat. Nice.
Yeah, and it looks like because there will be like these cross spawns on Polypoid, we are most likely going to see maybe a longer game here.
Yeah. So predictions: cross spawn on Polypoid. I mean, I feel like it favors Terran a bit. What do you think?
Really? Well, I guess it depends on what you're doing, right? Because the famous is the 12 next cross spawn, right? Which definitely favor Protoss.
Is 12 next that popular on Polypoid? We don't see it coming.
Well, we don't see it in this game, so
yeah. Therefore, it's not popular. It's never been done. All games we don't see it.
It's not viable. Yeah.
Look, I don't think it's that popular on Polypoid. I don't see it that much. Seems like other maps Protoss prefers to go for that, and even a Zealot coming out. So you know what? Never mind what the map is like. I mean, cross spawns going for a Zealot is a bit unfortunate here for Love Snow. I mean, for Jedi 1, sorry. Fortunate for Love Snow, and Love Snow is doing pretty pedestrian opening just with the barracks and SimCity. Although interesting factory before Marine, just trying to get that out as fast as possible. Look, I feel like if assuming Protoss is going Arbiter here, which why would you be going Carrier in this scenario? This does not seem like a good time. Assuming they're going Arbiter here, unless they can get like good recalls on surrounding bases, I feel like Terrans has such a good time to securing like 5 bases that it's very hard for Protoss. Now, that said, not that the recalls are bad on this map, there's some great options for that. But if that fails, I just don't see what else you can do here. Now, of course, the game can go any of 100 ways. Terran could be trying to push, who knows. Protoss could go for some harass. There's a lot of things that can happen, but just in the long term, I feel like Protoss needs to make something happen on this map in this kind of position.
Yeah, Protoss definitely has a lot of different weapons at their disposal to make something happen. So we'll have to see how Jedi 1 decides to play it out. But there is expand coming down for Love Snow, and it looks like
Vulture
a Vulture first. Yeah. I actually like the play. It's a little more. It gives you more options, I guess, right? You get a Vulture out onto the map.
Look, honestly, so if you know you're going to be safe at home, I feel like it's just a way better option always. Unless, of course, you want to do a push or something. Obviously, you need a tank, but if you're just expanding and chilling, you'll always want this Vulture out because you just have to scout all the bases. If Protoss suddenly shows up at your base, you run in and kill probes. It's amazing to have this out for sure.
Yeah, and already Love Snow getting that bunker up as well, so they're going to be safe. And it looks like, Jedi 1, perhaps knowing the Vulture out on the map, is just keeping their goons back at their nat.
Yeah.
So this Vulture is kind of just in a waiting game, waiting to see a goon at the front. Then it will, as you said, try to do a run-by maybe. Until then, it's going to wait until it gets mines maybe. Or it's actually going for speeds first.
Yeah. And a second Vulture and a starport coming up. So, I guess in these cross positions, Love Snow not concerned at all about defense. Just wants to put the harass on. You know, a drop of Vulture speed can be devastating. Where is the Robo? This Vulture is getting his free shot on the Vulture. There it is. Now, this Observer is not going to be out for this dropship. No way. So this is actually looking pretty menacing for Jedi 1 right now. Now, like I said, they smartly kept the goons home. So they have them here, but they're not getting ready for drops or anything yet. There is a bit of time still. But I know I like this opening a lot from Love Snow. He may put a lot of pressure on.
Well, it's a kind of a, I would say, risky opening in that
Sure.
you don't have any mines, right? So you
Yeah.
already see there's a group of 4 goons and 1 zealot that could pretty much walk across the map and potentially end the game, really.
But that's the
There's
problem.
1 tank out now. Yeah,
As
they
soon as he
don't know
leaves
that
his
they could do
base,
this, right?
no, that's not my point. As soon as he leaves his base, the speed vultures come in, so he can't really be doing that. Look, he's positioning for the drop though. Jedi1 very smart player, knows all the potential, and Terran always has repair. Yes, it's not going to be pretty, but you can still like just not die. And if vultures are going to the Protoss place, killing a lot of probes, and you don't die, I mean, I feel like it's pretty good for Terran. So I think cross positions, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I agree, it's kind of risky, especially given he had limited scouting info. But I think it's going to work out pretty well. Look, these vultures in the weirdest position for the picking up for the drop. I don't know why they're there in particular, but anyway.
We're seeing at least Ash Jedi 1 reacting very well to this, I would say, in that they didn't try to like blindly move across the map, which, as you said, would have left them open to a counterattack. Instead, they're kind of camping in their base. They position some goons to catch a dropship if it does fly into the main, and then they're just going to take their third base. They've got their tech, they're getting their shuttle and their observers out. They're even teching to a support bay for their Reaver.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that a Vulture isn't here to deny this third. I mean, if this Nexus starts and the drop gets denied, the Jedi one's looking really good. And there's nothing to say this Nexus couldn't get denied, but the Vulture's just too busy laying mines on the map, unfortunately. So, yeah.
Yeah, here comes the drop, and it looks like this actual attack path is not going to get defended.
Are you kidding me? He found the one way he could go, and honestly, that's kind of on Jedi 1 for not putting... Wow, look at this probe, though. Is he going to go for a 4th base? Well, I guess not right now. Very unfortunate that Lovestone gets spotted here, because he was kind of off scot-free. He could have gotten in, got good damage, but now he has to turn this dropship around. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I wonder about even unloading that one Vulture, because it does get the probe kill, but it definitely signified to Jedi 1 that there was a drop down here.
Well, I think the probe would have seen it anyway, and you've got to give Jedi 1 the credit to notice that.
Yeah, you're right about that, for sure. So Lovestone now kind of getting that drop denied is very unfortunate, I would say. They've added 3 more factories at least to try to, I guess I would say, catch up.
Yeah.
But if you look right now, I think in a head-to-head battle, the Protoss army is definitely stronger.
Oh, for sure. Look, when you're going for a drop opening, you always have to power, because you've sacrificed army strength to try and harass your opponent's economy. So even if you do damage, which he didn't, by the way, your opponent's still going to have a better army. So at least for the immediate. So I think just adding on factories on 2 bases is exactly what you want to do here. But I do agree that I think Jedi 1's in a great position. It's kind of sad he didn't get that 4th base down, because then he would really be bothering Terran. Like, oh, look at this, he finds a way in though. Protoss had withdrawn the drop defense. I'm not sure about that, because it's not like the dropship died. Okay, but the goons come up here. This SimCity is magnificent. The Vultures can't even get in. They're just fenced off in their little playpen over here. Oh, but he moves to the side. Oh, he's going to go on a natural. Looks like some probes will fall here. But the goons are already here, so not going to be much damage at all, really. Dropship hanging around, by the way.
Yeah, so keeping that dropship alive is really critical. And as you said, that was some pretty nice SimCity from Jedi 1, I gotta say. You don't see that all the time. Yeah,
no, a lot of players don't keep track of that, but you can see how helpful it is. Now, I really want to send this dropship home, my god. But maybe it's hiding in plain sight, Protoss looking at the dropship all over the map, but it's actually in your base the whole time. One very strong strategy here is you can drop a tank below that mineral only and actually do a lot of damage before Protoss can react, so... I mean, maybe you should bring it back for that. Oh my god, these goons! Where's the observer?
Yeah, so these mines may end up, being affected here in the middle of the map. It looks like 1 mine connects and kills 2 goons.
Yeah. Oh, the drop's coming back in! He's not done yet, and he knows SimCity's there. Now, the cannon's on the way, but not going to be done in time. Some probes are going to fall. Where are the goons?
Yeah, a lot of probes could actually fall here if there's no reaction. Yeah. And there goes the probe pull. So already losing like 5 or 6, it looks like.
Yeah, this is huge damage right now. The goons pop out, and so they're going to clean this up. But that was a pretty good drop there. 40 probes to 48 ACVs right now. Now, Protoss is going to be on 4 Nexuses momentarily. So going to be able to catch up there. I still like Protoss' position a lot more, but that drop at least was worth the Vultures. It's slack on probe production here. Look at this. Jedi 1 not producing out of the 3rd Nexus. I'm kind of surprised. Because, you know, I always say Jedi One's one of the better players in CPL, but pro production is something I'm always harping on for maybe, you know, not tier 0 players. Uh-oh. It's Reaver dropping out as Love Snow tries to come up to this high ground. Needs to pick that up, though. Okay, good damage so far. Yeah, I don't know if Love Snow can take this location. I think he needs to back that CC off right now, or he's going to have a lot of trouble. Is there a Zealot left in there, or did it die? There is a Zealot in there. Oh, no.
Nice play here. Yeah, this is a great attack from Jedi 1, and they've done a great job of trying to maintain this high ground. I think they've overstepped here a little bit, going a little too far forward, actually.
Oh my gosh, you could have just hit that CC and the Reaver dies as well! Oh.
Yeah,
Huge error there from Jedi 1, where he could have just hit the CC for free, but now he's going to have to retreat from here. He's not even going to get the command center. And he lost the Reaver. Disaster! Okay, but Terran will survive for now. It looked so good there for a second. It almost looked game ending, but unfortunately you step a bit too far forward into those tanks and that's what happens.
Yeah, you gotta give Love Snow credit for reinforcing that position. Ooh, and there's a mind hit on the goons as they retreat.
Oh, I didn't see that. Did any die? Oh my god, that's a 1 HP goon, isn't it? 2 HP.
Yeah, there is. But Love Snow was able to reinforce that tank line, and they held on to this third base, and now I think they're in a pretty good spot, really. They've got their double armories going with their upgrades, and they're already getting up to their next basically tier of tech because they have their science facility.
Yeah, and I have to say, Jedi 1 really struggling with the economy here. Even though like 8 probes died to a drop, only 56 probes at like 12 minutes in the game is surprising when he took the third so fast. So not going to be able to max as quickly as you might think. Both players are on pretty low supply, but honestly it's more even than I would think given Terran opened this drop and it didn't do anything at first. Especially, you know, losing all those tanks just there as well. And this dropship hasn't even scratched its paint yet. It's just ready for another round. You know, I don't like this minimalist SimCity at the 6 o'clock. I feel like it's very risky if vultures can come up the ramp in great numbers. They
definitely. Yeah, and it wouldn't take much.
Yeah, honestly, if like 12 vultures are there, say the Protoss army for whatever reason isn't available to defend that, 12 vultures are there, they can do huge damage.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a drop anyway. Maybe that won't do it. This is very good against drop, I suppose. If you put all the stuff on the edges, maybe a drop would be deadlier, so I suppose it makes sense in that regard. Another Reaver coming out. Man, it looks like Jedi 1 not really going into Arbiters or anything here. I assume we're going to see Storms later on, or something. But you can't be playing with Reavers the whole game. That is going to lead to disaster, because Terran's really getting up there in supply. And like a max Terran army, there's just no good way to engage that with Reavers, that's for sure.
And it looks like Love Snow is also going for another drop, sending a dropship down across the bottom of the map, trying to go down to that 6 o'clock base. They only have vultures in this dropship though, and as you said, the cannons are in a pretty good spot to deny this.
I see a spot though. He can drop behind the minerals here. And you know, I technically one of those vultures was... Oh, no, okay, never mind. Cannons were perfectly placed. My bad. Well, that's a bit unfortunate for Terran, but hey, you're only losing 3 vultures, so you kind of just shrug and go, they're cheap.
Yeah, behind this Jedi 1 does set up that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th base, so already maybe an advantage for Protoss if they are able to set up this base and keep it established.
Yeah, oh my god, you see that vulture? Oh my god. It's freaking out.
Where's it at?
At the Terran rally.
Oh yeah, it's glitching out. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, look, Protoss economy is okay here for sure, but his tech is so late, I'm not really sure about this. I feel like if Terran gets, like, you know, maxed, Protoss is not going to be able to have a good engagement here. Now, it's a long way to get to the Protoss base, so I don't know if Terran can necessarily push across there, but still, I'm kind of worried for Protoss already.
So we see Love Snow is now put down a 4th CC, and Jedi 1 is going for those Storm, most likely I would say Storm drops here.
Yeah, the Templars are coming out. But look at the number of Zealots. There's an insane number of Zealots. I think Jedi 1's going to try and take a fight here, attacking in. There's only like this one group of goons, as far as I can see on the map. Extremely Zealot heavy composition. Now, Love Snow, I mean, he has some vultures, but it is fairly tank oriented here. Could be a bit of an issue.
Here is that group of 12 vultures, kind of around the on the left side of the map now.
Goon's in position though, and the speed shuttle with Reaver can kind of react wherever they go.
The observers from Jedi 1 were able to see this vulture move out, and I think he's...
Ooh. This is a nice pick off for all these probes. Can he get the vultures out? See, I don't know about this. It does feel good to kill the probes, but losing this many vultures this at what might be a critical moment in the game, I'm not sure about this. Yeah, it's economic damage, but at this point in the game, Jedi 1's going to be able to like rally all his Nexus there and remake that in like 2 minutes. And if a fight goes down, it could be disastrous for Terran. Now, the shuttles are ready. I mean, Jedi 1 looks like they want to take a fight right now, but this is a pretty fortified Terran position. Not many turrets, though. That's one thing I noticed. There's like a couple Goliaths down there, but at the third itself, I didn't see many turrets. Terran trying to move out and take the fourth at this time.
I think this fourth base is going to get set up. I do not see a way for Ash Jedi 1 to deny this base. It looks like they're going to go right up onto this high ground outside the mineral only. They've got a lot of zealots, as you mentioned, and it looks like 2 shuttles.
Well, the shuttles kind of turn around a bit. I'm not entirely sure about this engagement.
Line is spread very well, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot for Protoss to chew through here. That Storm not doing that much. Another shuttle coming in here, dropping down the Reaver, but the Reaver's going to be easy picking through the tanks in the back. Well, honestly, it wasn't the worst trade for Protoss. Let's call that one a draw, but Protoss didn't really accomplish anything, so yeah, maybe not worth.
Yeah, I wonder if a Storm on the worker line could have been effective there.
That would have made it pretty worthwhile. But that said, I mean, he picked off a few tanks. He pulled off for losing that much. Like I said, well, okay, wait, did the shuttles die? Oh no, they're heading back for more. I don't think it was terrible for Protoss, but again, it didn't really accomplish anything. We'll just say it was blocked by the Terran, but Protoss didn't really overcommit.
Yeah, now these attacks aren't bad if Protoss was mining from some of their bases, but it looks like they're not mining at all from that mineral only or that new base they've taken over at the Claw.
Huge mistakes here from Jedi 1. It could be like costing him the game, to be honest. You really got to keep that economy going. Got a bit of lag up here. Wouldn't be the Australian CPL cast if we didn't. Yeah, that's actually pretty critical. Like, I suppose harassing that base was worth it if Jedi 1's not going to ever resaturate it. So now his income is severely hampered, and honestly, I think Lovesnow's going to overtake him in supply in a minute here if he doesn't get those probes into gear. Oh my god. You know, this is the kind of thing you look at the replay later and you're like, how did I do this? All these shuttles, though. I mean, if you're going to get the speed and the storms, you've got to try and harass the SCVs, right? Or surely this strategy is not worth it if you don't do that. Looks like he's going to go for a Zealot drop in the main or something, or maybe they're just hanging out to see a base. Okay, I guess he's just trying to deny bases here. I mean, there's a few turrets. The armory's like pretty well defended as well. So yeah, I don't really see an option to drop. +3 is done anyway, so do you really care about +3 armor? I don't think you do here as Protoss. Oh, these probes transferring at the worst possible time. The vultures are coming. Oh no. Meanwhile, some Zealot bombs go down, but not really that efficient. All these probes going to get picked off. They try and turn around, but I mean, it doesn't really matter one way or the other. And this base is actually going to get picked off. And again, this minimalist SimCity of not walling the ramp or putting cannons at the ramp is going to come back to bite Jedi 1. Well, okay, the goons are on their way. I feel like if Lovesnow goes in hard, he could kill this Nexus. I don't know. It'd be close. Laying a lot of points right now.
Lovesnow definitely can clear out these cannons with very little losses here from these vultures. And then, yeah, what does Jedi 1 have to do? They have 12 goons that have to clear all these mines to try to save this Nexus.
Kill that probe.
That's going to allow Lovesnow to kind of have free reign over the rest of the map.
Oh my god, he didn't kill the probe and kill the vulture. Yeah, this Nexus is definitely going down.
Yeah. There's another chance for probes. Very hopeful coming through.
Yeah, I don't know what they think they're going to do here. I mean, I guess he needs them to rebuild. Wait, oh god, these ones are coming already. No, turn around. Oh, disaster for Jedi 1. This DT is doing what it can, but it has to watch the probes being slaughtered nonetheless. And I think at this point, Lovesnow's not paying attention to these vultures. I know he is. Come on, scan and kill that DT. If you get that DT, that's good value at least. There you go. And yeah, this is painful for Protoss. The mineral only is still not mining. Big issue.
Yeah, Lovesnow not even really having to attack. They're setting up now. It looks like a 5th CC is going down, so they're maybe going to try to expand to top right.
Oh my god! Jedi 1 has an answer for this. Look at those shuttles on the side of the map.
Oh my goodness!
He's like, all right, things aren't going well. Have some freaking shuttles. And you know, this base looks kind of defended, but let's consider this like a recall. And he unsieges, which actually might be a good thing right now. Well, it doesn't quite go over the depot, so somebody's stuck on the wrong side, but he is going to storm drop. So many SCVs falling down.
All the workers, yeah. A lot of them go down.
Well, he did lose a lot of shuttles, though, and a lot of these units got stuck outside. Was it quite worth it? Probably was. But, I mean, this is kind of like how I feel about that harassment. He can just remake the SCVs. I don't know. It was definitely a bold move, but I feel like he needed to commit the shuttles all the way over, and he kind of stopped at the wall, and so half them were in, half them were out, which is a bit of a mistake. Is there some construction going on at your place, or what?
I'm sorry. Is there a lot of background noise?
I can just hear hammering. That's all good. But now Terran's like, okay, well, what do you actually have, Protoss? You've spent your shuttles, like, trying to nuke this base. You didn't actually kill much military units, and, you know, I've killed your economy. Can I come and take a fight, please? There's an Arbiter out now. This is a big Terran army.
Yeah, I think Low Snow's picked the right moment here. They just basically denied that recall, as you said, and now they're using their time to move across the map and try to, you know, kind of cut off Jedi 1 from their expansions, it looks like.
Yeah, and I think this is the right angle to attack at, but the question is, can they push in all the way here? There was a stasis available, assuming it was researched. I only hope it was. EMP is not done! It is getting researched now. Jedi 1 moving north, maybe going for the backstep or cutting off reinforcements, and I don't dislike it, but the Templars getting picked off as the army retreats. That's pretty huge. Just 3 Vultures being spent to pick off 3 Templars. Great move there by Love Snow. Is this army just going to go for the counterattack? I mean, technically there's gates in the bottom left, but Jedi 1 really doesn't have the economy to be losing his main here, to be honest. And looks like he's going to attack from behind. The tank's getting caught with no detection. This is such a great move from Jedi 1. Looks like he's going to clean all of that up. But the army kind of committing too far to the right, not committing to picking off these tanks, actually, so maybe the engagement's not that good for Protoss after all.
Ooh, good job here with these shuttles, these speed zealots getting right on top of those tanks. And look at this, wow. Jedi 1 taking pretty much as good a fight as you're going to get, I think.
And I mean, it's still going to get cleaned up here, unfortunately. But that was a pretty good approach to that. Almost made it work. I feel like if the army at the top just stayed left, killed all the tanks to the left, and the other army was just a distraction, then he would be in a good position because he still have enough army like outside his base to deny any reinforcements. He can slowly chip away at its pushing force. But now, having traded everything off except a handful of goons, I think Love Snow's going to be able to continue this push. And like Protoss' economic situation is very dire. Only 46 probes. This almost untouched mineral only still not being mined. I don't think Protoss can come back from here.
Yeah, Love Snow does have enough tanks on the field that are kind of left over in this tank line. This is such a good position for Terran to be in. They've kind of cut off all the gateways on the map. So all they have to do is keep reinforcing this location, and then they can slowly split off units to take out any nexuses that Ash Jedi 1...
Oh no, the probes! Probes! Okay, they turn around. They're about to get nuked, but honestly, there's no safe place for them anymore. DT's coming out here trying to do what they can. No more Arbiters here. GG.
Wow.
Crazy game. You know, I wonder if going for the Templar shuttle was not worth it there for Jedi 1 compared to just going straight into Arbiter. I really think it's a mistake not to harass when you do this strategy. I feel like it's just not even strong if you don't do some harass. Now, you could call the attack at the 12 o'clock harass, but, well, in the first place I wouldn't, and second, like, he didn't really get a good trade-off there. He killed a bunch of ACVs, but he spent so much, I don't think it was even worth it, and it was very late in the game. So I think if you go for this shuttle strategy, you've got to go into the storm drops as soon as you can.
Yeah, or get some SCV killed somehow, right?
Yeah, anything you can do. But there was a lot of back and forth in that game. Like, you know, we saw Protoss almost busted the third early on as well, and like the drops were happening. It was a very active game for sure. So we're gonna head to game 2 here. In the top right, in the white, we have Love Snow. And the bottom right, in the olive, we have Jedi 1. Currently Love Snow up 1 game in this best of 3, so they made it here to Butter. So, what do you think about Butter for TVP, Royal Blue?
Yeah, so this map is kind of, to me, since it is just there's a lot of bases, right? So there's that factor that it could help out Protoss. But I think because it's just a 2-player map, like Eclipse, it's helpful to Terran if you can get into a split map scenario, right?
Well, see, it was a trick question because we're not going to get to the point where anyone's taking more than 2 bases by the looks of things. Maybe
Oh
more
yeah,
than
this
one.
is a good point.
Fooled you, didn't I? But this probe's out here. It's found the spot for proxies. Like I was mentioning on the cast yesterday, there's a lot of like dead Terran units on this map, so it's kind of intimidating. Look, there's like SCV arms right there, dead Marine over there. Makes sense to build the gateway here. It's like a good omen for Protoss. So yeah, Jedi 1 going in for the proxy gates, and honestly, proxies have been extremely popular on this map, even among pros. So this is why I always wall on this map, by the way, because there's no reason you can't. And look at this, Love Snow looking for it. He knows what's up. He knows how people are going to play on this map. It's interesting that when you're observing, you can hear the gateway being built over here, but obviously Love Snow doesn't have vision of it. But this SCV idling right now. You got to keep looking. Don't give up. Oh, he's going to go for the gas steal too. It's the single gate proxy gas steal. The combination. The 1-2 punch.
Yeah, so now what's this SCV out here to do except maybe to go build a proxy racks? Let's see what this SCV is going to do.
No, it's still looking. It's still looking. Oh my god, it sees it. It sees it. But does he notice it? Oh my god, does he not notice that? Are you kidding me? No, there's no way he didn't notice that. Come on. It was on his minimap. Oh my god, did he really not see that? This is tragic.
But, yeah.
I feel like if you see this, you should immediately put a second barracks down, and there's really no way for Protoss to stop the like counter-attack Marine SCV, whatever. But
I think that's what Love Snow's going to do anyway, right? You just build a second barracks down here?
No, I think he's thinking of making a command center here, because he didn't see it. He thinks it's just a regular gas steal.
I'm pretty confident this SCV over here is going to build a barracks.
I am 0% confident.
0%. You're like, it's too late. It would have happened by now.
Well, you're supposed to build it before your second depot for sure if you do that. And look, he's coming into the Protoss main. Unless he hides it in the corner and some unupgraded Marines start harassing the line.
I don't know why they hit this SCV then. Okay.
Well, he was looking for proxy to begin with, but then, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with that. And now the Zealot's coming in. Now he knows what's up. And this Marine getting in the worst possible spot, but somehow didn't get hit at all. Excuse me? If that was my Marine, it would have died, and its 3 generations would have died.
Yes.
But unfortunately for Jedi 1, he lost the probe. And, I think if you're going to go for this strategy of killing the gas with SCVs, it can be the bane of your existence if that probe is alive and keeps retaking it. So, honestly, a bit of misplay by Jedi 1 to lose that so fast. Now the gas is going up, and you just have a regular Zealots versus Marines kind of thing going on, and I feel like Love Snow should be able to deal with this. Decent SimCity is up here. The Marine count is growing. I mean, I think Love Snow is honestly going to be fine.
Yeah, Love Snow has done a pretty good job of handling this, but Jedi 1 did take out take out 1 Marine, and now he's getting decent damage on the grass. Ooh, taking out 2 more.
Oh, almost gets the last one. So close.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's not a bit more.
Maybe Love Snow relaxing a little too early there, because it looks like this pressure is still coming from Jedi 1, and they're in a pretty good spot. Protoss, I think you kind of don't want to get denied so hard with this first Zealot aggression with the gateway first. Yeah, it's not like the game ends when this doesn't kill Terran,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with 1 gate proxy, you do just want to do damage, right? If you kill them, all the better, but for sure you're not trying to end the game. Now, Terran with the eBay block here, I think very smart. And Protoss is forced to go into, for a second gate here. But that said, where's the factory? There's no factory out. No CC either, of course. So, I still like Protoss' position pretty well here. Up on workers now. Looks like Terran going to try and move out and take the natural bunker, presumably. So, trying to get back on track, but you do feel just a bit battered and bruised. Oh, I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about this, Love Snow. You need to go back home. You can't do this with 1 goon out, right? Surely this
the goon doesn't have range yet, so...
Still... I feel like it's kind of almost done it. You just need to kill those Marines, and it's an easy fight, though. And its shields are regenerating.
Yeah, it's true. I would much rather have the Dragoon than the Marines in this scenario. But right now, the Marines are forcing the Goon back, and
think of the mining time lost. Think of the mining time lost. And ultimately, Protoss doesn't care that much about this gateway. Now second Goon is out. Now he's really screwed. Yeah. I don't think there's any way Terran to take this fight. And look at that, the Marines is going to get picked off. Yeah. No, he needs to just build a bunker at the natural. This is crazy. Or at least start building it here while his SCVs were fighting. But even then, I mean, the goons just go to your base then after you build that. So yeah, Terran really under the pump here. And Protoss gotten the 2 gates and the Nexus up. What does Terran have? Terran has a factory.
The factory has finished. Yeah. But hopefully they can be a tank out soon enough. It is going to be a worry of what if these goons just run by this bunker, which is being placed on now?
Yeah, that's a really weirdly positioned bunker as well. Well, the goons are low enough. I don't think you want to try that though with 3 Marines in here.
Yeah, and Jedi 1 is expanding, so Jedi 1 doesn't need to run by.
Well, that said though, with the second gate up and all these goons accumulating, the first tank's gonna be so late. You're gonna have a lot of goons here to potentially try and snipe that. This looks very dicey for Terran here, and like the economy is just gonna be so much better for Protoss because the Nexus is gonna finish so much sooner, and like their tech is more advanced as well. This Robo on the way, doing this repair damage as well. I mean, everything just looks great for Protoss right now.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. It looks like Protoss is kind of taking control of this game with that forward gate and keeping Terran back in their base. The late first tank, like one tank against 4 goons, now it's 5 goons even. Really not the kind of ratio you want
It's going to be 4
Terran.
goons in a moment. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Oh, this is very brave. I'm surprised Jedi 1 didn't immediately pounce on that. But I guess some of these goons are injured. Oh, target's injured, very nicely done.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Lovestow not afraid of these goons, just getting right in there. And honestly, I'm surprised Jedi 1 didn't just go for it. I think he absolutely could have killed it. But now, I think Terran will secure here. And so Jedi 1 left to go home. Macro up again. Still trying to pick off some damage there. See, I don't know why he didn't land the barracks in this position in the first place. It's very odd that he had it back there. Oh, another goon gonna fall if he's not careful. If he's gonna do this, he needs to just commit and go for the tank because he's just getting hit for free as it is now. You're either in or you're out. If you're doing 50-50, the tank is just taking free shots at you. Looks like it's gonna be Reaver coming up again. Jedi 1 loves his Reavers.
Yeah, now what does Love Snow have to kind of defend against this or to prepare for a Reaver? Right now, there is no kind of tech. There's only a second factory which is just now started. So Terran's not going to have an answer except maybe tanks with potentially siege mode. Actually, Love Snow is unloading the bunker and moving out here.
Well,
trying to take out this forward gateway.
That's something. But man, if these goons were still here, they could fight this. You know, they're coming across now.
Yeah, Jedi 1 knows that. Here comes Jedi 1.
What's he waiting for? Go, go, go! Oh my gosh. These goons stopping for him 1 second is giving me a heart attack. They're gonna pick off all these tanks. Unless, you know, Love Snow can like run to the high ground and hold out somewhere. Yeah. No, this is a disaster for Terran. Gonna lose absolutely everything here. With the Reaver on the way, I mean, is this game over? Does he just die here? There's a tank.
I think this game is over. It looks like that move out. I mean, you got the gateway, but at what cost? You lost all your tanks, and now the Reaver is on the way with you know, no more tanks.
Here's the defense line. Siege mode just started. Jedi 1 not even going to try and attack, which I don't think there's actually a Marine in there. Could have actually come in there and probably busted that.
For sure.
Oh god, did you see all those pings just then? What was that? Did you see that?
I did not see any pings.
Oh, I saw a whole bunch of pings on the map, which as far as I know observers can't do, so does it mean during the game one of them did that? Jedi 1 just pinging the map in triumph for himself, I guess?
Yeah.
Alright, well the Reaver's out now, in the shuttle, and like you mentioned, there isn't really much that Love Snow has here. Comsat's going to be up just in time to scan the Protoss main as the Reaver's landing in his base. You know how it goes.
Yeah, worst case scenario for Terran to have a scanner, which it does you no good in this scenario. There's not even, you know, a DT or anything like that. So the Reaver's just going to get to fly right into the Terran base, and I'm assuming land in the middle line.
Doesn't even have the Marines left over to help fight this. So yeah, it's looking pretty dicey. Here he comes. Oh, weird drop spot, I have to say. Not what I would expect. But gets shot up before Terran even realizes it was actually the best drop spot possible. Is that 7 SCVs already? How many did he kill just there? Look at the worker count right now. 29 to 41. Oh man, Terran just battered and bruised right now. Yeah, you can put mines there, but that's not going to stop him. He's just going to fly elsewhere. Go on, put them in the mineral line. You know you want to. Bait the siege shot. Still gets splash damage by it. Picking off everything you can. That tank is vulnerable. What does he have here to defend it? Ooh, pick that up. Ooh, okay, almost loses the Reaver there. And the tank survives, so... Or does it? It does.
The tank from the Nat needs to get back here and get in position.
Oh, there's a mine there!
Oh!
Drops right into the mine. And Jedi 1 saw that being placed, so I'm kind of like... Oh, I just got a bit over-eager there. The Reaver did good damage, but having lost it, I mean... Yeah, if he'd done this and kept the Reaver alive, this would be devastating for Terran, but now it's like, okay, you did good damage, but Terran's still fighting. It looks like Terran might even want to try and like get some vultures out here. A lot of factories have come up. Terran trying to recover this struggling SCV count.
Yeah.
And this third, again, without the SimCity. Jedi 1 just asking to get harassed today, and it looks like it's going to happen.
I think this third is more difficult to SimCity, and I could see not being as familiar with Butter's SimCity compared to Polypoint.
Well, come on, you're a Tier 0 player. It's your responsibility for your team, indeed, to get familiar and stop all options. Now, this damage is going to be devastating.
Wow. Yeah, the probe's getting transferred here, and just a few vultures in position, able to take out quite a few of these probes as they transfer.
Honestly, all the advantage Jedi 1 got from that Reaver is being nullified, really, from that. And I feel like it's extremely, like, I don't know what the word is, brave, I guess, not to even just have, like, a goon or two here when there's no cannons up. Like, you know, is he expecting Terran to give him an easy time? I don't know. So that's a bit of a disaster here for Protoss. Well, their Vulture's coming in for round 2, but they might regret this. Well, one more probe, I suppose. Well, one probe, one Vulture. Not bad, I guess. Okay, well, Protoss been suitably punished for leaving that undefended, I suppose. Still 5 workers ahead, and still ahead in army supply as well. But, bit of a blow to Protoss' lead here. Now, does Terran have an armory? Oh, I don't think they do. I don't know if you see one.
Yeah, I don't see one, and that's the thing is the way this game kind of opened up, right? Terran has these 4 factories, so they kind of had to go for something. So they ended up going for the most minimal thing, sending 3 vultures ahead, but it was like ridiculously effective. Yeah. So it's kind of unfortunate for Jedi 1 they weren't able to shut that down because that was kind of all Love Snow could do.
Yeah,
with no factory,
do damage,
no armory, like no tech, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I'm disturbed that once again, Jedi 1 just sitting on this Reaver tech, not going for Templar yet. And we might see some of the pattern when we see Speed Shrouders come up. And I feel like it's really giving Terran a way back into the game if you're just trying to take these engagements with like drops or whatever else instead of going for the tech. Because Terran can just sit and get a bigger and bigger army. And even if they were behind before, that kind of gives an option just to equalize everything. The 4th base is coming up though. I like the 4th base.
Yeah, I think Jedi 1, it may not matter that their tech is behind if or at least their plan is to get so ahead on bases that the tech being behind doesn't matter as much, I think. As we can see there,
no Templar though. Oh my gosh, is it happening again? You gotta at least send a goon, man. You gotta. Okay, well, speaking of the goons that are coming across, it looks like Love Snow not going to move in time this time. I was terrified that we'd see another probe massacre. Alright, starting to build this up as well. That'll go nicely. Maybe Vulture's getting pushed back a bit by goons. Yeah, Terran putting up a reasonable force in here, not very intimidating. Maybe able to move out Secure 3rd soon enough. Oh, the Vultures are coming again. They're finding the one way through where there were no Protoss units. Oh, and again, there's no pylon wall here to stop these, so the cannons can kill them, but they still get a great trade here. Look, the worker count's almost even now.
Yeah, the worker count is even, but the base count is not, right? So Jedi 1 can just replenish the workers that they've lost, where Love Snow kind of has no option for a 3rd gas. It's going to be difficult for them the longer this game goes on.
Well, let's be honest, like, Protoss is going to keep up in the late game. They need more bases and more workers, or at least more workers up to a point. Like, I don't feel like this is the kind of economy Protoss is going to need. The only thing Protoss has right now is the fact that their army is so much bigger. If they have one bad engage, I feel like Terran's going to be on track to coming back in this game. Oh, they don't have zealot speed, but it's on the way. This poor zealot over here. Just takes it on the chin, like any good Protoss, I guess. Look at this tank arc. He knows what's about to happen.
Yeah. Definitely playing it safe is Love Snow, spreading the tanks out and trying to, it looks like, set up this 3rd base is going to be the play. Not looking to be too aggressive, but instead just setting up another base and hoping to, you know, take the game into the more late game.
Yeah, and you know, having traded those Vultures away, I'm not sure about the defense here though. Protoss 50 supply ahead, which generally speaking is enough to take a fight here. Not that much anti-air, there's 3 Goliaths I suppose, so probably enough for the 1 shuttle, but I don't know, this is a big Protoss army. If he just attacks now, would Terran actually hold this? I don't know, it looks dicey.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of spider mines out there really, and there's a lot of speed zealots. And as you said, the Vulture count is kind of low for the time being.
Here he comes. Decides that Observer sees the army. Is like, all right, I can take that. Or he's okay. Okay, here we go.
Okay, here's a bunch of mines going down now.
Just in time, or maybe just too late.
It does look like they're targeting the shuttle. Are the Reavers going to unload?
Well, there's one. There's the other. Oh yeah, looks like Terran is going to be crushed here. Protoss powering through with these zealots. Yeah, the Reaver's doing a lot of damage too. More tanks come out though, and that bunker being a hero. Right? These bunkers, man, they're always a hero later if you don't unload them. But the CC,
the goons need to pull though, right?
Yeah,
they're staying and fighting.
I mean, there's only 2 tanks here though. What are you going to do? Well, he does pull back, surprisingly. Honestly, he could have just A-moved on in there, but pulling back for now. And Terran's tank count has been reset. He doesn't even have good upgrades here. I mean, I don't think there's anything Terran can do from here. I think that's the game, to be honest.
Yeah, that was just what Jedi 1 wanted. That was a great fight for them. And
they're good timing.
They tried the third base. Yeah.
Didn't come in too early or too late. Well, 3 vultures are coming out on the map again. Is it enough this time? Here we go. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for a spot where 3 vultures can kill everything. Well, if they run behind the natural and Jedi 1's AFK for 2 minutes, I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
that ain't it. That ain't it.
One gets away. So there's hope for Terran yet.
Okay. Terran only on +1, by the way. He sees this 4th. I mean, is that going to make him realize the reality of his situation here? 4 base versus 2. Protoss still not really of any tech, but second robo coming up. I guess he's saying shuttles are my tech. I don't need these fancy arbiters. Who wants to spend all that gas? Oh man, this vulture just really wants to get in there. Poor thing. It's like a dog running up and down a fence trying to find a way through. Terran trying to inch out again, but I don't think there's much hope of getting across here. There you go, he's going to try and glitch over, but there's a bunch of cannons in there, so I don't think that's going to work out. Probably just as well for the vulture that it didn't work. In fact, I don't think you can glitch through that. I think that's actually not doable. Because it's not a pylon wall, it's a forge and a gateway, so I think it's too solid to get over that. Unless you have a bunch of vultures and you can start going into, you know, whatever you call it, mineral walking mode or whatever. 2 shuttles out here. I wonder if Love Snow's just gonna wait until they have like +2 or something to move out again, but that seems like it's so long.
Yeah. They've kind of missed their timing here where they're able to make something happen on only 2 bases, I would say.
Here comes the drop. Here comes the drop, but the entire Terran army is there, so I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Man, damn, ouch. I feel bad because I was saying, oh yes, you've got to go for the storm drops, and it's like Jedi 1 listened to my advice, and now he's like, look, Neblime, this is what happens. Granted, he did drop where the entire Terran army was waiting, and there's so many turrets, so could have done it better.
Yeah, and I think the storm drop has to happen before like 18 minutes, because at this point, Terran's already mined everything they're going to mine out of the main and the nat. Like, there's only so much more resources that these SCVs are going to gather before the game ends, I think.
Alright, Jedi 1 is maxed. He's only got 2 shuttles after losing those 2. Oh look, he's trying to set up another base. Vultures are laughing at that, shutting that down. But the goons will come up. Wait, where's the observer? Is there no observer with this? Uh-oh. Well, he can't actually clean this up because he doesn't have any way of dealing with his mines. That's a lot of goons. I mean, he's gone from a zealot-heavy army to an extremely goon-heavy army. I mean, guess you got to deal with those mines somehow. But where are the observers? There's one, finally. Oh no, but he's running the zealots into this. Oh, that's value for Terran.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was like 8 zealots, right? Oh man, Terran mined out in the main pretty much. Mining out the natural soon, so gonna have to make his move in a short period of time.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Terran to be in because you kind of want to punish Protoss or at least take out a base, but at the same time, you got to set up your own base, and your army can only be in, you know, one place at a time. So.
Yeah.
I think Love Snow is going to just need to set up a 3rd base if they can, and then Jedi 1 will come and try to deny it.
Oh, I don't know about trading for probes here. I think that makes 0 sense in this situation, and he's doing it. I don't know. You're literally mining out of minerals here. Is this really what you're going to do with the vultures? No,
so there's the Unsiege. It looks like Love Snow is going to try to push over again and maybe take this 12 o'clock base. They do have a good minefield. I'd like to see some turrets set up. I know this is buildable terrain here that you can build on.
Well, he's kind of taking this approach of being against them all again. I don't see any Goliaths with the third. It's been an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, how many shuttles Jedi won't have down here? 4
lot.
shuttles! Oh man, he's going to drop all over this army. This looks very scary.
Well, Loveso is going to at least be able to, for a small period of time, set up this 12 o'clock base. And now I think it's up to Jedi 1 to try to break this location.
I'm just looking at the Terran army. I don't want to move the camera because I know Protoss going to attack in a minute. Here we go. They're moving in.
Yeah, there's that SCV transfer coming through.
Okay, well, it's going to get away just in time before the battle happens. Honestly, actually, this looks pretty good for Terran, but the drop's going down. Not a well-executed drop, though. You've got to spread those out. You can't just drop on one location. Ah, man, I don't know. Jedi 1 taking this a bit easily, I think. And the tank's still pelting away at these goons from the back. Looks like Terran is going to hold out.
Yeah, Jedi 1 very aggressive here, knowing they can just throw units at this Terran army. And even though the trade wasn't necessarily the best, the shuttles did help them trade with the tanks. And I think they're going to be able to replenish their army here just faster. Than
Probably, but you've got to be careful here. You take another fight like that, and suddenly Terran's looking scary again. I mean, I feel like Jedi 1 didn't put that much effort into that, to be honest, because his armies came in a ball, and the shuttles, he didn't spread them. You really have to spread them out. And if you're going to go for this speed shuttle strategy, I would think, you know, you kind of plan to micro them, right? I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I'm kind of surprised that Jedi 1 did it like that, you know?
Yes, I would agree with you on that one, Neblime. I think if you go for speed shuttles, you are planning to micro them.
Yeah, but he just kind of unload all on a single spot, and that doesn't really do much. You have to do the moving drops, spread those zealots out. If he did that, I think it absolutely would have broken through.
You're right, and it wasn't like there was a lot of anti-air, so
yeah,
I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
Was there any anti-air at all? I don't think so. So
maybe some Marines.
Again, Jedi 1, I feel like didn't really treat the Terran army with the respect it deserved there, and got punished for it. I mean, he's still way ahead in this game, but not because of that engagement, that's for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't matter, though. Like, you can just brute force your way over Terran.
Yeah, and he might
that's
still
what they
be
were
able
going
to.
for.
He may still win this game, but I'm just thinking if it keeps going that way, though. And look, once again, Terran trading away these vultures, I hope they laid all their mines. Man, Terran just needs like 8 Goliaths out here, honestly. When you see Protoss going for the strategy, there's nothing wrong with just making a ton of Goliaths. Reaver, Scarab, damage coming up, by the way. Storm on the way too. Wait, was he trying to Storm drop before without Storm research? That's kind of awkward. Well, just as well the stuff got killed instantly. It would have been more embarrassing if he dropped out and just couldn't do anything. I'll say this drop's going to head to the Terran third, maybe. But again, without Storm, what are you going to do?
Where are these goons going?
To their deaths.
They do back up just in time, so maybe a little aware of the doom that awaited them if they kept going north. But it looks like there's, more zealots reinforcing. I don't think this is really a breakable spot anymore, though.
Well, there's still no anti-air, though. There is 0 anti-air. That's the issue. And at the third, I mean, this third's very susceptible to a drop, which, there's these 4 shuttles just waiting. Oh, here they come. I mean, he could just get Storm Drop, lose all his SCVs, and then he's dead anyway, even if his army's still intact. So, I mean, now it's Terran not treating the Protoss threat with any respect, not getting any anti-air, even though these speed shuttles have been running around. The Goliath's coming out now, but looks like it's too late, especially with no turrets over here. These shuttles coming in. Uh-oh.
Tanks are out of position, it looks like. And
where are the Templars? Are there no Templars in here?
There were some so far.
Well, they're not coming out right now. Well, with no anti-air, it's still honestly a good trade for Protoss. Getting a lot of tanks. Oh my god. But the SCVs survive by virtue of there not being any Storm.
Huh.
Yeah, Terran really needs a couple of turrets over there. I mean, I know he's low on money, but just 1 or 2 turrets doesn't cost that much. And Corsair coming out, I don't know if that's intended. I can only assume it is not. Maybe to take out those pesky vessels, but I don't know, it takes a few hits from a Corsair. Oh no, Vultures trapped. How many Vultures are there? Are there 3?
It looks like only 3, yeah.
Oh my god.
Could be worse.
4 Vultures. And of course they're in the middle of a minefield. Oh my god. Disaster for those guys. Oh, here comes the shuttle, and this one has the storms in it, I think. Oh yeah, no, this is going to be deadly. Oh! Snipes it just in time! Not pulling the SCVs! Man, Love Snow confident in his ability to snipe one. That's very risky. Goliath going to come up here and chase that away at last. Or is it? Love Snow, you have to actually deal with that. Oh my god. Okay. He's going to push that away. Oh, it's still hanging out. Oh my god. I feel like this shuttle's going to come back at the best possible moment and kill all the SCVs.
Yeah, Levsnow's setting themselves up looking like they want to take down this 4th base. Which kind of is their only next logical move, I guess, right? They're just slowly taking the map one base at a time as Protoss can do whatever they want on the whole rest of the map.
Yeah, Terran's only way to win here is split map because they're just too behind. I mean, even look at the supplies right now. Well, Protoss is going for another shuttle attack. Not that many turrets here. This might do it because Terran does not... Oh no, he trapped all his SCVs. Oh no, they're ready to get stormed. They're in the enclosure. No Templars. Where are the Templars? I have not seen Protoss cast a single storm this game. Well, you know, this is a little bit, but it doesn't really seem like enough to do a lot of damage. And Terran's done with their upgrades, really. They're on 3-1, I think. They're on 3-2, so do you really care that much about +3 armor? And I think Terran's going to clean this up. Templars trying to move into the main on their own. They're kind of sneaking past somehow, but not quite. Kind of amazing they got in that far. But yeah, Terran's just going to clean this up, and like the most he's going to lose is like a few units. And like, did any buildings even die? I mean, I don't know about this.
Now, was there another drop though? Because 19 workers is pretty low for Terran.
Dude, it was the same shuttle that was hanging out there. I knew it was going to come back.
So it did come back over there at the 3rd base. Okay.
Now, that is very unfortunate. Wow, Terran has like no economy now. Gonna try and come over and reinforce, but I don't think he has enough in this location. Looks like Zealot's gonna be able to break through. D-Matrix on the Vulture, that's not gonna last very long against that many Zealots. Storm's going down. I mean, okay, it looks like Terran might be able to hold this.
Levsnow's trying to reinforce his position with everything they have. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like Protoss gonna be repelled for now.
Yeah, but I mean, how long is Terran really going to last here? That's the question. Look at the production tab. That says it all. There's a freaking fleet beacon along the way among everything else. Protoss just getting one of everything right now. And 5 shuttles to boot. Well, how many does he have left? Where'd the shuttles go? Oh, they're just hanging out on the side of the map. And Protoss taking bases on both sides of the map. Not mining from either of them either, though. Oh my god, these vultures are still stuck here. So, are they able to attack, or when units get near them, will they still just keep glitching out and be too busy?
I think they can attack, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's like a triple vulture turret then. It's kind of useful. Annihilated.
Taking up all your supply, yes, it's very useful.
Well, just imagine if you had like 10 vultures in one spot. They could kill Zealots real fast, and then they just get stormed.
Yeah. Or just die to a mine. But we'll see. This is not very useful, the spot they're in.
No, not at all. Terran? Oh, I thought that was a CC, but no, it's an eBay going out there. Yeah, Terran is like surviving, but that's literally all they're doing. No prospect of a 4th here. I mean, I don't know. Well, the vultures are on the map. They can always do something.
Yeah, I really don't know how Terran can keep playing this game. They're seeing that Protoss is double expanding, so they feel like they have to punish one of these bases.
I don't know about this. Look, in principle, yeah, go blow up the base, but I mean, how are you going to take a fight here? The shuttle swarm is coming. They have like almost a shuttle for every tank. The Protoss army just kind of A-moving into the mines, not really caring. Well, those shuttles actually just dropped off some free kills for the Terran, but the rest of the Protoss army is probably enough here. It's just going to push through. There's a Templar. Are we going to see some storms? He's running back up here. Man, and if instead he just secured this location, maybe inched the tanks forward, this would look different, but as it stands, I think Pro's going to run through this. Well, it is a narrow location for those crews to get up, but I think the Zealots in front. Well, nice storm. Yeah, looks like Pro's barely going to bust this. Oh, or is he? Oh my god. Get up there! Oh my god! Wow. Okay, the reinforcements though. Surely that does it. There you go. God, this is the clumsiest win ever, I have to say, for Jedi 1. Like, this is just... I don't know. I don't know how to describe this. Oh, we're lagging again? Did I not set extra high? Whoops. Yeah, I think this was Terran's last move, though. Well, he has a bunch more tanks, though. Scraping up the reserves. Armor's here. Disruption web on the way. Where is that Corsair? Where'd it go? There it is. I found the Corsair just as lost no GG's. Man, I don't know. I know Jedi 1 just won that game, but watching that, I'm pretty sure Lovesnow's going to win the final one.
Okay.
Because honestly, every engagement from Jedi 1 was so clumsy. And these drops and everything, like... stuff didn't really go right for Protoss after the early game. It's just by virtue of being so ahead that he won that. So I'm really thinking like Love Snow's going to be able to take the final game. We'll see. Maybe early game stuff will happen again. Who's mentioning me in CPL?
Yeah, not being the 2-player map, the forward gate may not be as effective.
Yeah, well, if he goes for that, you think that's the only way he can win? I don't say that necessarily, but I guess.
Well, the forward gate into Reaver, right?
Yeah, the Reaver did a lot of damage for sure, and then that good engage he had where he picked off all the tanks. I think with the 3 factors. All right, in the top left, in the peach, we have Love Snow, and the bottom right, in the navy blue, we have Jedi 1. 1-1 this best of 3. We made it to good night. Keep ending casts on good night, which is very fitting. So cross positions again seem to favour Love Snow well enough last time. Good night, totally different map, but honestly a lot of the same concept applies. Recall's pretty good on those outlying bases, but again they're not that hard to take for Terran normally, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I would say this is another map where like storm drops can be pretty effective too, right?
Yeah, I suppose. No more or less effective than, like, say, Polypoid, to be honest. I don't see any factors that make that particularly good here. But look, I'm not a fan. On the bigger map, I really think it's better if you just go for Arbiters, or, maybe not this map per se, but carriers in general. I'm not a fan of the shuttle style. I feel like it just does not scale as well. And you're really giving Terran like an in to get back in the game, even if they're behind a lot of the time. Because if the drops just fail, like we saw, Jedi 1 had so many attempts with those shuttles and wasn't quite able to break them. I can't imagine the game would look the same if he was just coming in with stasis. I think the game would have ended a lot sooner. And it's a lot easier to execute, to be honest, casting stasis than trying to do all these drops and storms and stuff. So I'm really not a fan of the shuttle style. Unless you're getting in there like fast with storm drops, really just trying to do something right away. I thought it was going to be a Nexus first here because he saved up a lot of money, but 11 gate. Interesting. Oh, is this going to be this Protoss gasless expand we're looking at? Because I don't see a gas yet. Let me get this latency out of the way. Oh my gosh, if I can use the menu properly.
Okay, so there's the gas. So this was a gas on what, like 13 almost?
For Terran? Yeah. But look at Protoss. Protoss is going to be going for a Nexus pretty fast here, I reckon. And not going for the Nexus first, which is quite popular in Good Night, I want to point out. Going for the Gateway Nexus, whatever you call it. I don't know its official name, to be honest. I just call it Protoss Gasless. Which, a bit safer. I like it, to be honest, because you can get this good economic lead in Good Night with your pretty defendable base, but you're not going all out, just in case Terran calls you out on it and there's proxy to barracks. This is actually very good against proxy barracks. I don't think you're ever going to win with an 8 racks against this. And you certainly can't do a Marine SCV Vulture push. That is going to be a disaster against this build. That's like the number one thing this build is good against, to be honest. Okay, well, Worker's going to cross here. Interesting that he went to the... Protoss went to the middle to look for that 8 racks first as well. So really expecting that. And I don't blame him, because when I play on Good Night, I do kind of assume the Protoss is going to go Nexus first as well. So that makes sense. But...
Huh. So you're assuming 12 next?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Protoss does most of the time on this map. SCV coming up here. That Zealot not blocking the ramp. Oh dear.
Yeah, Love Snow taking their expand here. Going for an expand before the first factory.
Yeah, and I think this is the perfect response. This is exactly what you're supposed to do against this. So I think Love Snow well aware of this build and what the proper response is. So looking fine here, looking like it's going to be pretty even. Of course, Protoss gets this next up sooner, but if you look at the probe count comparatively, you'll see it's going to even out pretty well. These 2 Zealots not going to be super helpful going into a longer game either, so I'm liking Terran's position to begin with just from the openings.
Yeah, so then Protoss can decide how do they want to play this. It doesn't look like they've got range yet, but I would assume that's their next move.
Well, they could always throw down the Citadel. It can happen any time. Maybe that's why they're trying to kill this SCV so badly. Because, yeah, you're right, there's no range. Oh, come on, do it. Now that I've said it, you have to do it, Jedi 1, even in full view of the SCV. Why is he not starting range? At this point, even the SCV seeing it is kind of like, what are you doing? He starts it now, but I mean, if he was actually going to get it, he could have got it a while ago. Maybe just a bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, and it looks like Love Snow is placing their academy now instead of maybe... Okay, well, there's the start point. Okay, so this is an interesting build.
Yeah.
He loves snow.
I mean, the thing is, Protoss' Robo will be comparatively delayed compared to a normal opening, so it seems a bit more attractive. On the whole, I'm not such a fan versus early Nexus builds, because if Protoss does defend, you're just in an even worse spot, I feel. But it can still work. There's nothing technically wrong with it, I guess. I guess that's not really a very positive way to put it. It's fine, it's a build. I just personally don't like it. Wow, no bunker until now as well. Very bravely assuming this stuff is all going to stay home.
Yes.
Imagine these 2 zealots came to his base right now. I mean, a vulture would pop out, but then the goons would be there in a couple minutes. I mean, I don't know. Well, the Terrans today have been very brave, haven't they? We saw Kiko like not making bunkers any time either, and Love Snow was trying to move out and kill that gateway at all costs. Oh man, that vulture lands that barracks in his own vulture. He's lucky it doesn't explode. Oh man, is this probe going to see this vulture? I feel like Love Snow needs to get that vulture out on the map and like hide it, because you don't want Protoss to know that you went vulture first. Or is he expecting DTs here and he's getting ready to mine up? Well, okay, he's going to hide him in the main. Nope, here he comes. Nope, there he goes. Love Snow, this is torture, stop! Okay, he's going to send one out, keep one in the main. Oh, it's a pylon he built up at the 12. Interesting. Will the dropship go that way? This could be huge for Protoss if the dropship flies that direction.
Yeah, it may not though, but there may be another pylon over here.
Oh man, he's on top of it. Jedi One knows what's going on here. Maybe knowing it's a popular option on this map. I'll go and build it, you know you want to. You know, I want to see Jedi One not go for Reavers this game. That'd be a nice change. Did not build the pylon there. I guess he was looking for the dropship to pass through. Where is the dropship? Oh, it is going to fly near the other pylon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's huge. Absolutely huge there. Now, did he notice it? I think he did.
It looks like he did.
Well, did he though? Yeah. They're not going back in the main yet.
Nothing's in the main. Just okay. So there's 2 goons in the main, but yeah, okay, there's the 2 goons reacting.
Yeah, and the reserve is coming out in just a moment. It is the support bay again. I don't feel good about that, to be honest, but we'll see if we can make better use of it this game. Well, that said, it did kill a lot of workers last time, but just in the longer game it looked bad. And I love that Jedi One's response to just immediately put a Nexus down, because he knows the vultures aren't going to be able to kill that. Well, I say he's going to put a Nexus down. He sent this probe presumably for that purpose. Once again, though, this angle at the natural, not defended. Same spot as before. Even scares.
Yeah, this has been a weakness that was in Ash Jedi was playing in the previous game.
Uh-oh, just going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, getting into the main.
Not even pulling the probes yet. Oh my gosh, this is actually huge.
Good target firing from Low Snow.
Yeah, oh my god. Dude, he's killed so many probes. Oh my god, and he drops in the main, gets taken out, but nonetheless, that's a good distraction. Oh my god, he gets one more. 37 workers to 30 right now. Terran taking a great lead just from that alone. When it goes that well, do you just remake a second dropship and try again? I wonder. I mean, this third Nexus coming up for Jedi One in a very timely manner, and the Reaver is out. Maybe you can counter with the Reaver, but presumably Terran spotted all the tech there. I don't see any reaction to this Reaver though, so I don't think you noticed it. No eBay yet. No Goliaths coming out, no Wraith. Imagine if he just made a Wraith right away, how good this would look for Terran, but unfortunately I don't think he realized eBay just starting. Well, I guess Terran Protoss has their chance to do counter damage then.
Yeah, so I guess Protoss now with the Reaver out can try to put on some pressure, right?
Uh-oh. He's going to get spotted though. Yeah, this vulture sees it. You know, I'm not sure about going for the natural anyway. Oh my god, that was brave. Imagine if that was next to 2 mines, you just lost it. I really question flying into the direction of the natural anyway though, because you know that's where Terran Army's going to be. Surely it would have been better to go for the main in the first place. But nonetheless, still flying around. That shuttle revealing itself once again to that mine. Terran, really nice vision there.
Well, now Terran has pulled their whole army into the net, so the shuttle could actually fly into the main, but the missile turrets are going up, so it looks like they will be ready.
Well, if you could just drop and harass these missile turrets at least. Here's the thing, if he goes in all the way, he's not coming out. Yeah, he's going to harass the missile turrets. And I like this move, because you just get some free kills. Now he does have to keep an eye on these Goliaths and pull out. Ooh, siege mode! Uh-oh. Need to lift that up! Okay, it does lift it up, and we'll get away. So, a little bit of HP damage, the shield will come back. And, you know, I think it's a fine move just to harass those turrets. This Wraith is out, though. Again, imagine if he noticed the support bay made the Wraith right away. He'd be looking really good.
Yeah.
Terran's worker production honestly must have slacked a bit, because we looked, the worker count is almost even. That said, Protoss was on 3 Nexus, so maybe that accounts for the difference, but still, I'm kind of surprised their economy is evened up so much.
Yeah, well, if we look here, Terran is actually not producing workers.
Oh,
so
I see.
I wonder if they kind of tried to like change their build a little bit to focus on upgrades, maybe.
Dude, when I play Jedi 1 next time, I'm just going to go all out for Vulture Harass, because look at this base, once it gets wide open. Now, the Reavers, if they drop out, can deny this pretty quickly, but I still think he's going to kill a bunch of probes here. Here he comes. Uh-oh. Oh, targeting the cannon. Okay, there we go. Starts doing the damage. And even just going to try and run away here. Wow, one even makes it out. Oh, and the mine hit. Just add insult to injury. So, nice little move there from Terran, getting a couple more probes for his trouble. Okay, Protoss taking Citadel this time, but still very slowly. I was saying after the end of the last game, I'm very worried for Jedi 1. If he goes into this shuttle style again, all else being equal, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to take a good engage here. And honestly, Love Snow's looking so much better in this game. The supply is practically even. Terrible factory layout, as we're seeing.
Yes.
But, if he can overcome that difficulty, I think Love Snow is going to be looking very good in this game. What the hell is that animation? Did you see that?
The landing factory?
Yeah, because it couldn't go any higher on the map. It had to look like that. Goddamn, Blizzard. Wasn't there a better way to do that? That looks so dumb. But anyway, that's just a land. So yeah, Terran with the low SCV count here, well, they are getting a 3rd CC here, so I question that. Like, is that just a mistake then? If you go for a push, it makes sense, but I don't know. Either you're going up to 7 factory here or you're not, you know? Marines.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think. What was it?
Marines cruelly evicted from their home.
Their home destroyed around them, I would say.
Yeah. Well, it's like they refuse to leave, and they're like, alright, we're bringing in the boys with the sledgehammers.
Yeah. And they do get their revenge, taking out an observer, so.
Okay, fair enough. Although, it's not the observer that made them homeless, just saying.
The globalization.
Yeah, the Terrans told them it was the Protoss' fault just as a scapegoat. It's probably like, if you think about it, Marines in general have a pretty bad life because of the things Terran does to do, but they just blame it on these aliens.
Yeah. The Terrans, the Confederacy, and such.
True. Yeah, about that. You know, it's not very creative of Blizzard. They just usually use the same flag and they all have southern accents. Like, come on.
Do they really use the same flag? That's so bad.
Yeah, they literally have the real-life Confederate flag. It only shows up in like one cutscene with like Blob Battlecruise or something. It's like, okay, so like, did they leave Earth in like 1862 or something? Like, what is this?
Yeah, that is lazy storytelling right there. We're just recycling the old bad guys from the previous war, basically.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I guess the UED sort of had their own identity, but they were vaguely fascist, right?
I did not know that.
Alright, so Terran can move out here, secure this 3rd. Standing right under that Reaver, like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? Do not drop on mines! Oh no, both Reavers get taken out! Huge! Oh, you got to be careful about that when you know these vultures have been around. Unfortunately, the tank line, the very like geometrically satisfying tank line, will block the CC. Still blocking the combat.
Which is how it goes as Terran, right? You can either have a good tank line or you can have it.
Hang on, is that CC too far down? Oh, Goliaths! Oh no, 3 Goliath kills for Protoss. Unfortunate. I think that CC's too far down. I don't know. Sure looks like
it might be. Yeah.
Okay, so Templar coming up for Protoss. Fast.
Anyway, though.
Still rather slow. Sorry, what's that?
Yeah, losing those first 2 Reavers, though, it makes it so there's nothing Jedi 1 can really do to deny this base. So the game's just going to go on. Now, Jedi 1 is going to be able to take the top right, it looks like.
Yeah, so but honestly, his expansion rate is not that fast. What do you mean, Justin? I'm not calling them the good guys. Justino's slandering me in chat. I feel like Jedi 1 not really expanding fast enough, though. That Terran's going to be able to still just get his max and his upgrades, and, you know, Protoss doesn't have any recalls or anything to try and get in the Terran base. I mean, I guess we could see mass shuttle again, but the way that's been going, I'm not optimistic about that. So, I don't know. And I don't like this expanding to this side. I think it's actually better to expand to the bottom left in this situation because Terran pushing to the right here, you know, they have an easy base to take along the way. They do have this fourth right here, but once they take that, it's kind of harder to get down on this ramp. I don't know, it just seems better to take the bottom left. But that said, Terran's kind of trying to move to prevent that anyway, so maybe it works out that he's not...
Wow, here's a big attack coming in from Ash Jedi 1. A lot of speed zealots with this army.
Yeah, where is all the Terran army? The Vulture's out of position trying to harass or something. The Wraith doing what damage it can, but we know that's not much. But Terran's trying to damage this from both sides. Looks like the Vultures will clean this up. So, kind of a surprising timing to attack from Jedi 1. Nothing seemed to really prompt that, but is he going to break through at this third? It looks like he almost is.
Lovestone going with a run by, actually, sending around 12 Vultures, which could have been quite useful in this fight to try to take out the Nat cannon.
Well, they're going to take it out, and some probes are going to fall. I mean, look, Terran's going to barely hold, it looks like, so this might be worth it. I don't know, it's a very risky way to do it, but I mean, it looks like Terran's going to secure this location again. So, picking off the probes, totally worth it.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. It looks like they've held on to their mineral-only third base.
That's the thing, it's a very gambly type of thing. I mean, obviously he didn't intend to not have launched the fight, they just happened to be out already. So if Terran had died, we'd be saying like, oh, well, you know, that's what you get for sending your Vultures away, but just by virtue of the fact he barely survived, it was worth it. That said, Terran did lose all his tanks there, but it's not like Protoss has heaps of bases to easily remax. He's only got, how many gates? He's only got 9 gates here. So I think Terran's fine with having that big fight and just barely surviving with that harass. Although, I do not think this is the time to try and take a fourth, that's for sure. Oh no, these Vultures, if they get trapped in there by these goons, they need to retreat back to the tanks. And this vessel too. Instead he's trying to take a fight here, I don't know about this. One goon for how many Vultures? Yeah, that's not what you want. Man, Terran has no fear. He's just trying to move up here and take his fourth. But he needs to just take 5, regroup, remax, not even max, just re-army. Oh my god. That said...
Yeah, I don't... Oh, I was just going to say, I don't think Lovesnow realizes how good of a position they're in right now, that they're actually up on workers on Protoss, so they can just sit, like you're saying, and sit at this third base, replenish their tank count, and then take another base. They don't need to rush.
Once again, Jedi 1 not putting his probes to work. Look at this top right base, and again, kind of slacking on taking another base there as well. I feel like he absolutely should have taken the top right main as well. I don't think there's any argument not to do that, so I just have to call it a mistake. And those probes not mining, obviously, is definitely a mistake. Storm coming up here, but I mean, is this falling into the same pattern as Game 1, really?
Yeah, it's exactly the move that, you know, Jedi 1 has been going for all these games, is the Reaver into Storm drop.
Yeah, and Lovesnow seems to have calmed down a little bit, just sitting back for now. Still trying to get Vultures out, though. Plenty of gas banks, that works well being on this mineral only. Again, this base layout is not pleasing to the eyes, but I'm sure we'll make it work somehow. Nice job with those mines.
Yeah, I like what Ash Jedi 1 is doing out on the map with their Dragoons and Observers. They've got a good kind of map presence. They've got Lovesnow back on their side of the map, and they're denying any chance at a third gas for Terran, which is going to be huge. As we do see, Lovesnow has finished now their 4th command center. It looks like they're going to try to take that base over here at 9 o'clock.
I still don't approve. Honestly, you could probably wait longer. I mean, obviously we have full vision as observers. Looking at the supply, I mean, it seems kind of risky. Maybe Jedi 1 will come through here. But just look how few tanks there are. It's like 10 tanks. I really feel like you could just wait in this scenario. And to be fair, he is waiting. I'm kind of assuming he's going to do the wrong thing, but he's not actually doing it. Oh, man. Man, these guys don't have range or something? My god, they almost got blown up so many times there. Those spotter pylons finally get taken out 18 minutes into the game. Another observer falls. Okay, Protoss finally mining a bit from this top right, but very few probes. I mean, Terran not with a great SCV count either. Given they're only on 2 functional bases, it's a bit better. But yeah, I don't know why Protoss is so low on economy here. Oh, these goons, gotta be careful. Moves back just in time, nicely done. Man, Jedi 1's getting a lot done just with these goons on the outskirts. Well, I say that, but there they go. Still though, keeping these minefields cut down and really slowing the Terran advance here, so I like what we're seeing. And look, catching some more Vultures over here, that's really nice, having these goons constantly roaming. And for once this base adequately defended. Oh, but that Vulture gets in the main, gonna be a bit of a pain later. You know,
yeah, Ash Jedi 1, setting up a base over here at 6 as well.
But but where are the probes? He could have like 20 more probes, maybe not quite 20, but he needs more. 52 is not enough to take on Terran in a late game. You will lose as soon as they get a maxed army and start taking good fights. You just don't have enough to remax. The funny thing that's happening in these games, because it keeps being so aggressive and low economy, Terran always has +3 by the time the fights get bigger, just because more time has passed, which is really favouring the Terran, I think. Now, Protoss is maxed, but what does he have? He has some Templars on the ground. He's coming in with these Zealots. Triple EMP cast in formation! Oh my god, that was kind of amazing. EMPing all of the Protoss army. Now, the Vulture count is low. The Zealots running right past them, but they are EMP'd, so they're going to get taken out pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was a sick amount of Zealots, though. Like a train of Zealots running through, connecting with the tank line.
Well, I'm telling you, if they didn't all get EMP'd, then it would have been a disaster. And as it is, Terran barely holding on. But will repulse Protoss, and this is the problem. They're saying the economy's too low, but hang on, the reinforcements coming in, these Zealots could do a lot. The Templars are coming in. Are we going to see a storm?
There's storms.
There's one. Very nice one. Oh, there's another decent one. Doing good damage so far. We need a couple more. Oh my god, is Protoss going to break through right here? No, he's down to Goons only. He needs to pull back, and he does. Nicely done. But okay, good trade, keeping the Terran down. And if he can just keep denying this fourth, which just landed, by the way, then he'll be in a good position. Oh, he's going to go up the ramp. Ooh, how many units going to make it?
Yeah, that could be a mistake.
Oh my god.
Siege Tank's good unit, and it looks like a lot of those goons go down.
Yeah, if he didn't hesitate and stand there for 1 second, he could have got up absolutely, but as it stands, he waited and then saw the tanks move up and went. Protoss, no gas right now. They're not mining gas at the natural. In fact, yeah, it's only the main gas which is depleted. That's literally it. And again, if you look around at these bases, Jedi 1 is hardly mining from them.
Yeah.
Yes, the Nexuses are finished and secure, but what good is it if you have 4 probes there? I did not expect to see this kind of economic mismanagement from Jedi 1.
Yeah, the net gas is now saturated, but definitely that kind of gas starvation not good if you're Protoss here and you're relying on something like storm drops.
Well, he's going into Arbiter, and you need a lot of gas for that. I feel like we're going through the Protoss financial crisis right now. We trusted Protoss to manage their finances, and look what happened. Oh, look at these vultures, though. They're going to be annoying. They're probably going to kill this Nexus if Protoss can't get anything here. A few more probes being transferred, luckily to the natural where it's safe. Yeah, honestly, I think Terran's going to cancel that Nexus. Well, Goon's coming up, but there's no Observer! Uh-oh. Oh no, this dude's going to die. Well, one of them anyway. Okay, you know what? I suppose Protoss will barely be able to save the Nexus if he sacrifices all these Goons. The Observer's finally making up here. Oh man, it's going to be kind of close. How close to finishing is that thing? No, I guess Protoss does save it, but it's going to be injured for later if these vultures get in later. Oh, what are you waiting for, Jedi 1? Save it! Oh my god, he's just sitting here watching it die! Oh no. Not even...
Oh wow.
Oh no. Absolute disaster there for Protoss. I mean, he has a lot of minerals to be fair, not much gas. But still, you don't want to be losing any you don't have to. Now Terran, up on supply. Coming out on the map. Could this be the death bush just like game 1? Protoss made a few more gateways. Got plenty of minerals, but the gas bank is relatively low. Is there an Arbiter out? I don't think there is there? I can't find it. No, I don't think so. Little pockets of Protoss units spread across the map. If you can get them all organized though, he'll have a good arc of attack. Oh, look at those Zealots just sneaking in.
The way this map is, though, it's going to be hard to find a spot for Protoss to get that kind of full surround that they're looking for, though. And Terran is now pushing over here towards the bottom left side of the map. And if they can get over here and pretty much cut off these gateways, the game could just end like that. Here's the engage, though.
Ooh, another EMP. Ooh, D-Matrix as well. These vessels, well worth the money right now. One Templar full engine not getting in there, but there's no shuttles or anything. Templar on the ground does not seem like a good recipe for Protoss. And that engage going Terran's way for sure. He's continuing to move up. Now, it's hard time to get up these ramps though, especially with storms available. That's a good one as well. Plenty of energy left on that Templar. We throw down another one. Oh, huge storm going down there, but does hit the Zealots a little as well. Okay, Protoss trading so good so far, but needs to retreat. Yep, and needs to resupply here. Actually, wait, is the Vultures just going to clean this up? Uh-oh. Oh, the Vulture's actually enough here. Looks like these Goons going to all get cleaned up. Nice mine surround there. Oh, a couple survive, barely. Terran's stalled for the moment, but Protoss units not coming out as fast as we think. A little Goon trap there, but they're kind of getting out. Look how much space there is for gateways with this many minerals. I mean, Jedi 1 just not macroing full capacity. The little worker duel happening in the bottom left, but Protoss won that one. But nonetheless, Terran trying to expand to the bottom left here. An empty shuttle hanging out there. This game is just descending into chaos right now. Vulture's corner.
Yeah, here's the reinforcing goons from Protoss trying to take this high ground outside of the 6 o'clock base, but it looks like Terran's going to be able to reinforce and seize this position. I think this is kind of it now for Jedi 1.
Well, he has a lot of money. He's just not using it. That's the issue. Like, he could be setting up this top right. He could be, like, setting up more gateways. I mean, I don't think he's even using all the gateways he has. Whereas Terran doesn't have a bank at all. He's mining reasonably well, but he needs to set up these bases, right?
Yeah, so Jedi 1 needs to buy time until they can get an army out that can, again, deal with what Love Snow has. But Jedi 1 without another main, it's making it so they're in danger of getting their gateways kind of cut off.
Yeah, if he doesn't take this top right, okay, he's going to do it right now, then it doesn't matter how much time he buys, but he's going to get on that. And yeah, losing all these probes as well, not good when your counter's already so low. Terran taking the bottom left looks pretty good for Terran. Oh, look at this, a Terran army even moving to the top right. But Protoss going for a counter-attack, and you know what? I don't see anything here. He might be able to hit Terran's only mining base. I'm not counting the bottom left yet, because that's not quite done, but I guess it will be soon enough. But this could be devastating for Terran. There's nothing here to defend. These few tanks coming up are not going to be enough. The shuttle's going to go back, I guess. Well, I say these tanks not going to be enough, but Protoss doesn't really look like they want to try it. I'm surprised. I think they could have got in there and killed that.
Yeah, maybe they're waiting for these reinforcements. This is exactly the kind of play that Jedi 1 needs. They really can't fight Love Snow head-on anymore. I think they do need to rely on these kind of run-bys. There, they did a little bit hesitate when they maybe could have denied that base. But at least they're going down to bottom left, and it looks like they're going to kill some workers down here.
Top right getting taken out though. Imagine if these gateways were already up in the top right though. DTs or something could come out and deal with this attack. Yeah. But as it stands, I mean, Terran's just going to power through here, and that's Protoss' really last hope is securing that location. Now the money, even though Love Snow's losing this base, the money is starting to favor Terran a bit more. But both players tearing their economy apart. If Jedi 1 can break through to this 9 o'clock, that is the last mining Terran has. But that said, what does Protoss have? Protoss has the 3 o'clock only, which doesn't have that much left itself. Oh, the mineral lane is still going.
Jedi 1 does do a nice engage here, picking off some of the tanks from the back. Now setting in the units from the mat to try to clear this forest outside the 6 o'clock base.
Nice D-Matrix, yeah. Looks like Terran's going to clean this up. Just enough tanks, I think. Few vultures helping out as well. Yeah, I think this Protoss army is going to get annihilated. Oh no, yeah, this is disaster for Protoss. Does Terran have enough to keep pushing here? His economy is weak himself, but what does Protoss have here to do anything now? And you know, I think if he tried to hit this 9 o'clock, it would have been the only real option to win here. If he took out the army, absolutely he'd be looking good, but unfortunately he didn't quite pull it off. And the thing is, Terran has so many units in the top right, he didn't even have his full strength there, so now he has absolute impunity to go and mess with these other bases. Protoss has like only zealots coming out right now. Big gas back now, ironically. Oh, look at this shuttle. Is there anything in there? Nope. Just the intimidation shuttle. Oh, the cannon's not well positioned actually here, not actually blocking the ramp, which is a bit unfortunate because it makes it a lot harder for Terran to get up there.
Yeah, Protoss not really having a lot of options now. They're desperately trying to hang on base. There's a stasis. Yeah.
Oh, those mines! That mine did so much. Does Terran have enough scans? Yeah, there we go, it does. Is this enough vultures? I mean, vultures are pretty good against zealots. Are they that good? I guess not. They're going to get cleaned up here. Still, not a terrible trade for Terran. Still has this army hanging out at the 6. He really needs to like get that moving somewhere useful. Oh, look at this. Terran taking the 12 as well. Terran expanding everywhere while Protoss struggling to hold on to what they've got. Yeah, this line at the 6 is not really doing anything for Terran because he's not taking the bottom left again. He needs to use those units for something. I guess he's going to take out that pylon. But hey, you don't need pylons when you have no army.
Yeah, so now Jedi 1 is hanging in this game. They have taken out those tanks since they did stasis earlier, so that Nexus is just hanging out with 85 HP.
Oh, I didn't notice that. My god.
Yeah.
That is close. Well, if it didn't have base armor, that'd be 1 tank shot, but it does, so 2 tank shots. Yeah, and look, the Terran army is bigger right now. Oh no, you can't take on minefields of only zealots. Okay, Goon's going to come in here. 2 Goons going to clean this up. Again, is there anything in that shuttle? Oh, it's got 4 Templars in it now. That's something. Only 1 Goliath of this army. Vessels can't EMP through the shuttle. I guess it's EMP proof. But that is a lot of stuff. He's going to need godly storms.
It's not looking. Yeah, this is going to have to be some 6 storms.
EMP's the Arbiter. but it already spent its energy, so that's not the biggest deal. Protoss can't take the fight now. He needs to pull back and get a better engage. This is not how to do it. The tanks all siege in the back. Oh no, this is going to be disastrous for Protoss. Great storms going down. Those are great storms, but what else does Protoss have? That was it. That was his only move. Yeah. GG. Love Snow takes it. Man, again, brutal game. But that makes it 2-1 for Love Snow. So I hope you people can see why we only cast 2 series today. We're going to leave it there. And hopefully next cast you see we're going to finish off this set. Probably not Match of the Week, might be a community cast. And we'll join you again for the Week 10 games next week. The final week of regular CPL before playoffs start. I'm excited. How did your team do so far, RoyalBlue? Are they going to get in the top spot in playoffs?
I think we're doing okay. I think we're hanging in there. Korean mechanics, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, you know I'm rooting for United EMU Directorate. I think we've got a shot, but we'll have to wait and see. Thanks for joining us, everyone, today, and I'll see you for the next Match of the Week or Community Cast.